All right, welcome everybody. We are coming to you live from Frank Meyer Field in San Andreas, Calaveras High School, home of your Calaveras RedHawk varsity football team. I'm your host, Gil Valtierra, the voice of Calaveras football. And alongside me, as always, my partner in crime, Mr. Greg Stark. Greg, we've been waiting all season to say this. It's playoff football time.
Absolutely. This is exciting.
So we're at round one here of the CIF Joaquin section Division 7 playoffs. The Calaveras RedHawks winning the Motherlode League outright. 8-2 on the entire season, 7-0 in Motherlode League play, gets them the number one seed in the playoffs. So they're hosting this round one playoff game against the visiting Grand Bulldogs, who were in the Southern League. They took fourth place in the Southern League. That gets them the number 8 seed. And so they had to make that trip in kind of some inclement weather this morning on the trip here. What can the fans expect out of this LeGrand team coming out here today, Greg?
Well, you said it at the beginning. You can't say enough about home field advantage being number one seed. LeGrand is about 96 miles southwest if you're just outside of Madeira. So they had to travel. So they traveled up. Traveling on a school bus is never a good time. One would think that you have more time with your team in an isolated, metal chamber flying down the road. But some kids get car sick, some kids get nervous. So home field advantage cannot be overlooked, not just for this game, but for next game also.
I did have the opportunity to walk the field prior to the football game, and I told a story a little bit earlier on the podcast about bad weather and rain and fields that don't drain well. That's not a problem here at Calaveras High School. The field is in great condition. I talked to Coach Aaron Martinez, the head football coach at LeGrand. He did say it took just over about 2 hours to get here for the team, but he was lucky enough and thankful enough that a lot of the community and a lot of the parents chipped in, and they did get one of those charter buses.
Nice.
So they were kind of in style coming up, if you will,
right,
as opposed to the old school bus like you're describing. I remember those drives, and you're absolutely right. Those are a little bit tough. But not the case for LeGrand as far as that goes. But from a football perspective, who are we going to be looking out for over here from LeGrand?
So for LeGrand, they want to do a spread offense. They're going to want to get Calaveras opened up, and they have had some problems with that in the past, over the past few games. But LeGrand is going to want to they have a really good quarterback, number 5, Diego Martinez. He can throw it. He can run it. He's not afraid to run, not afraid to put his shoulder down. And then he's got a really good running back at number 20, Thomas Benting, a freshman, large freshman, big load to bring down, and that could cause some problems for Calaveras' defense. And you mentioned the weather. They say both teams have to play in the weather, but Calaveras knows their field.
Yeah, and it's funny. You mentioned the weather. Right now, it's not raining. It's a little chilly outside. You see, most of the coaches are wearing pants and sweatshirts and that kind of stuff. But the last 48 hours here in San Andreas, it's gotten a good deal of rain that is coming down, and you could see from a lot of the storm drains that are still draining out. But as far as game time and kickoff time, which we're probably about 15 minutes away or so from game time, I don't believe we're going to get any more precipitation this evening. It looks like the rain is done for the night. But the question remains, how cold, how chilly, how wet are things going to be down on that field? And as the game progresses, initially that ball will be nice and dry, but as it starts to touch the ground and as the game progresses, it can start to get saturated with some of the water that's remaining on the field. How's that going to feel to a quarterback that's trying to throw it 30 yards down the field? So that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that later. If either one of them tries to stretch the field or has to play catch up and get chunks of yardage, that's going to absolutely be a concern for their quarterback Diego.
So I mentioned earlier as we opened up this broadcast that Calaveras High School won the Motherlode League championship outright. And I was able to get with Coach Mosa. They had an all-league meeting where all of the head coaches of all the teams in the Motherlode League get together and sit down and pick the all-league football team for those athletes that were exceptional during the league games. Not any of the preseason games, but just during the league games. And Calaveras winning the Motherlode League Championship outright had 11 players make the all-league first team.
Amazing.
And I'd like to go through with those and send out a big congratulations to these young athletes. First and foremost, co-MVPs of the Motherlode League, co-most valuable players, Ryan Clifton and Enrique Hernandez.
Wow.
All season long, Greg, you and I have been mentioning both of their names. Ryan Clifton, both offensively and defensively.
Special teams.
Oh, man, just he does it all. I think he's scored in all three facets of the game.
Yeah, he has.
Offensive, defensively, and in special teams. And then, of course, Enrique Hernandez, number 7, that halfback at 235 pounds. Hard to bring down, fast when he gets into the open field, and then even defensively, playing a defense. He's got like 4 sacks on the season.
Right.
So, congratulations to both of those young men, most valuable players of the Motherlode League. And then we have Cody Paulson, number 33, second year in a row, Defensive Player of the Year. He plays that Mike middle inside linebacker, second year in a row, the Defensive Player of the Year. So congratulations to number 33, Cody Paulson. Couldn't happen to a better young man, and well-deserved. He's always flying around the field, making tackles, and doing a fantastic job. One of the big reasons why Calaveras is so good defensively is having that anchor in the middle saying no one's going to come through the middle here.
2 years in a row, making the list in 1 year, but 2 years in a row, it says what a special player he is, making it as a junior and as a senior.
Absolutely. Lineman of the Year, Nathan Buddy Kavanaugh. The only other player on the field who touches the football every play besides the quarterback. He plays center on that offensive line. He kind of anchors that offensive line, lets the team know, hey, this is the front we're seeing. Let's switch this blocking assignments and do those kinds of things. And so Buddy Kavanaugh, the 2025 Motherlode League Lineman of the Year. Congratulations to him. Well-deserved. He's been through some injuries, overcome them, comes back even stronger than ever before.
And still makes the cut.
Outstanding season for him. Michael Crandall, first-team offensive lineman. Congratulations to Michael Crandall. I'm sure there was conversations about maybe co-lineman of the year with Michael Crandall and Buddy, because Michael had a fantastic season as well. But congratulations, first-team offensive lineman for Michael Crandall. Then we have defensive lineman Wyatt Arias.
Yep.
I mean, he's living in offensive backfields all season long.
Set up a lawn chair back there.
He's had so many sacks on the season.
And hurries.
Yes.
I don't know if they count those, but the hurries are almost as important.
And he's not a big, huge guy. He's kind of a
get it done guy.
Yeah, he is. But the first team defensive lineman, Wyatt Arias, congratulations to him. Landon Patrick, also a first team all-league defensive lineman. Number 44, he's had an incredible season as well, especially defensively, as many times as he's made tackles throughout the season. Corey Castle, first-team defensive end.
Nice.
Holding down, setting that edge. We've said his name plenty of times this season, so congratulations to Corey Castle. And then we've got Colton Ray, also first-team linebacker. Owen Shahan, first-team defensive back. And then the young sophomore, number 10, Quincy Dyson, his sophomore season, first team defensive back. Pretty incredible there to make all-league your sophomore year.
What a good place to be in to have or possible lineman of the year and large portion of your defense making that cut. That's for other coaches to recognize how special they are and vote for players that aren't theirs. That tells a lot of how special and how athletically talented they are.
Yeah, congratulations to that young man, and that bodes well for Coach Clark's defense in the coming years when you have a sophomore making all-league his sophomore year. So, next couple of years, he's going to probably even just improve and get even better. Jordan Lyles won the Character Award. I couldn't agree more. What a great young man he is.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to Jordan Lyles. And then we had 2 second-team players. Colin Curran, the starting quarterback, made second-team quarterback. And then Devin Ellis, second-team defensive back. So congratulations to all of those young men making the 2025 Motherlode League All-League team. Let's talk a little bit about, Greg, since we're on Calaveras and all their All-League players. What can we expect from them offensively? Do you think LeGrand is going to have to say, how are we going to deal with this here? All year long, we've had Calaveras in that power running game. Colin Kern has been able to throw when needed. What do you think LeGrand's coming in here, and what do you think their main issue is going to be if they want to be in this football game tonight?
They're going to have to stop one of the 3 running backs. They're going to have to pick one and focus on at least stopping one and not getting beat by all 3. And there's something to be said about the new rules of exchanging all 10 film for the year. But seeing the film, watching the film, analyzing the film, and then executing it on the field, LeGrand knows what's happening. They know Calaveras is probably not going to have a wild or elaborate change to their scheme. You dance with who brought you there, and that's the run game and occasionally passing. So they know they're going to get a double dose or a triple dose, if you will, from all 3 running back positions right down their throat. And stopping that is going to be key. Can they stop that? That's why we play the game. But I don't think it's going to change much for Calaveras. I think they're going to stick to it and go with what they have.
Yeah, I agree. I think, when you have, I think we said it before in the past in prior football games, you'll have one play where Cody Paulson is lead blocking for Enrique Hernandez. Cody's 250, Enrique's 235. That's 485 pounds of back coming at you. And then the very next play, Enrique will lead block and they'll give the ball to Cody. Same thing, 485 pounds of back coming at you. And those defensive backs, those linebackers, when that O-line allows those running backs to get to that second level, they have a hard time coming in, making the stop, and then even when they do, as the game progresses, it starts to wear down on that defense with those guys being able. And then, of course, once they do that, I think you said it in the past, then you hand off to 22, Ryan Clifton, the speedster, and get him on the outside and say, now try to catch us. So the running game is going to be hard.
And what's really special about that, and if you watch the film on the running backs for Calaveras, no matter who's running the ball, there's exactly the same amount of effort, if not more, when they're blocking. Some running backs in past years, if I don't have the ball, maybe I don't put as much effort because I'm going to conserve for when I get the ball. But these are some of the most selfless running backs I've seen in a very long time, blocking as hard as they can, whether they have the ball or not, or the effort during the play, whether they have the ball or not. And that's where you get the runs, and that's where you get the breakouts like you just talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. And so LeGrand's defense, they're going to need to be worried about stopping that power running game. And then even if they're able to successfully do that, Colin Curran, the quarterback, has shown,
he'll move.
He can move, he can run, he can throw the football, he can hurt you with his arm, he can hurt you with his legs. He's got Peyton Long over at that X receiver. He's got Castle at the tight end position that's shown he can, run those drags and those intermediate routes for the tight end, which are really tough to cover at the high school level. And if he could find some connections on that, it could be a long night for this LeGrand team. And you think the drive here was long, getting beat up pretty bad makes the drive home even longer after a game like that. So they're going to have to figure out a way to stop the run and then also be aware of some of those weapons that they have out in the perimeter.
Yeah, absolutely. Calaveras, it's a load. They're number 1 seed for a reason. But when you're number 1 seed, you want to be that team to knock them off. You want to be that team to say, we beat the number 1 seed. Now we're the team to beat. Go ahead and bring it.
Yeah, and then looking defensively at Calaveras, we mentioned earlier, I think Guy Dossie from the Calaveras Enterprise did a fantastic article on the defense this week. And he talked about Coach Doug Clark, the defensive coordinator, and how well coached this defensive squad is. They've only pretty much given up 1 score or less in every league game. And so they've done impressive. They're fundamentally sound. They do all of the right things. They're always in the right spot. They do a great job at open field tackling. If you try to throw the football on them, Quincy Dyson,
that's just
Clifton,
as dangerous. That's dangerous.
They're ball hawks. They jump in front, intercept it, and then they don't just intercept the ball and go down. They're looking to score with the ball as soon as they get it. And so they've been pretty impressive defensively as well. And so I think defensively we're going to want to see more of the same from Calaveras as far as pressure on that number 5 quarterback by Arias. I talked to Cody Paulson, the linebacker. He's aware number 5, Diego Martinez, likes to scramble and spread everybody out and then try to take off running with the football. I have a feeling he's going to be spying him
a little bit
and being aware that that's a dynamic. And so it should be an interesting football game. Right now, The Calaveras home team has come out. They've taken the field. They are wearing their all maroon jerseys, maroon helmets, and white pants. And then the visiting LeGrand team is in their all white. So white jerseys, white pants, white helmets, and I believe they got like green numbers with gold outline of those numbers. And so all white uniforms, and then all maroon helmets and jerseys and white pants for the home Calaveras team. Looking at the bracket for the Division 7 bracket. So Calaveras tonight taking on LeGrand, the number 8 seed. If they were to win this football game, they move on to the second round next week, also here at home at Frank Meyer Field because they are the number 1 seed. And they would play the winner of Mariposa County and Denair, who plays tonight. That's the number 4 and number 5 seed. They would play them depending on who wins that game tonight if Calaveras were to win this game. They win next week. That's a section title game.
Yeah, November 28th.
The day after Thanksgiving at 9 a.m. That is not an error, folks. Friday, the 28th, 9 a.m. at Sac City College is the Division 7 section title game. So that's when that one's scheduled. On the bottom half of the bracket, you got Somerville at home taking on Rio Vista. And then you got Linden on the road, the number 7 seed, headed out to Merced to take on Stone Ridge Christian. We'll see how those games, when we get some scores later on, we'll share those with you as we come. I did get some news from the KVGC radio studio, and what they said is Amador, who's the number 6 seed, they're over at Ripon Christian to play the number 3 seed. And unfortunately, Blankenheim, their quarterback, who's their main guy, is not going to be able to play. Dislocated his shoulder in practice. All he's going to do is kick for the team. And what a disappointment that's going to be, because I really felt Amador had a chance at being able to upset Ripon Christian with Blankenheim because he's such a dynamic quarterback. But without him, that's going to be a very tall order. So we'll see how that plays out as the night progresses. So right now, folks, it looks like captains are being called to the middle of the field. For Calaveras, we've got number 50, Jordan Lyles. Number 52, Michael Crandall. Number 20, Corey Castle. And number 16, Devin Ellis.
So for LeGrand, they're kind of blocked by Calaveras right now. It's like 77.
So number 77 is Jaime Casares.
56.
Juan Carlos Nava.
Number 20. Nope, check that. 21 and 5.
21, Blake Lua, and 5, the quarterback, Diego Martinez. And so they are at the middle of the field shaking hands. The white hat, Pat Morelli, legendary CIF official, is flipping the coin. Raising the American flag tonight in the south end zone are Calaveras.
So right now, Calaveras County Deputy Sheriff Scott McNerlin and Deputy Varney, are raising the flag right before the national anthem. McNerlin, the school resource officer for Calaveras County, here to support the Calaveras team and make sure everybody else behaves themselves, which I'm sure they will.
So it looks like LeGrand's going to be receiving the football to start off this football game, and Calaveras will be kicking off from our left to right. LeGrand will start going from our right to left. Looks like they're going to get started with the national anthem. So we're going to step away, hear a word from our sponsors, and when we get back, we're going to have kickoff to this round 1 playoff game. We'll be right back. MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier. Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company. Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins. All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where round one of the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 7 playoffs is about to get started. The visiting Grand Bulldogs are getting ready to receive the football as the home Calaveras RedHawks team preparing to kick off for Calaveras.
You know, Gil, 332 BC, Alexander Great's Crown Pharaoh of Egypt. 1666, the first experimental blood transfusion was performed in Britain. 1851, Herman Melville's Moby Dick was published. November 14th, 2025, Calaveras football playoffs. All the same. Just as historic. Just as exciting, just as earth-shattering.
This day in history. I love it. Thank you very much for that, Greg Stark.
Thank you, Gronk.
So number one, Caden Gray, the kicker for Calaveras, preparing to kick. They'll be kicking from our left to right. The visiting Grand Bulldogs will be receiving. They'll be starting off offensively, moving from our right to left.
Looks like we have number 4 back to receive for Grand Andreas Aguilar, and 21, Blake Lua.
And there's the kick. It's a deep kick off to the left side, and that's number 21 who bobbles it, picks it back up, gets to about the 10-yard line, maybe up to the 15, and then is going to get brought down right about the 15-yard line. Nice coverage there from the Calaveras kickoff team, where they'll spot it about the 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, LeGrand.
Yeah, not the start you want if you're LeGrand. Lua bobbled that ball a little bit and then almost had a little bit of a hard decision which way to go, and Calaveras capitalized on that with a good starting position for them.
So LeGrand, they'll spot the ball at that far right hash mark, moving from our right to left. Diego Martinez, the quarterback's going to line up in shotgun. He's got slot receivers up to his right and the short side of the field. He's got a running back to his just to his left. That's number 20, the big freshman, Thomas Benting. Calls out a couple of orders. There's the cadence. There's the snap. He's looking to throw on first down. He throws it, and it's going to be complete. So number 21,
Lua.
Blake Lua. They'll spot the ball right about the 21-yard line. Looks like it's a gain of about 6 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and about 4 coming up.
Yeah, Calaveras wasted no time to put some pressure on the quarterback. Looked like Polson, blitzed right off the center of the A-gap. Couldn't get there in time, and Lua just did a little hitch out and caught the ball for a nice gain.
I was talking with Coach Mosa before the game, and he did say he was concerned about number 21, and so we'll see how he continues this game. So number 5 in shotgun, double slots to each side. He's going to hand it off right up the middle, and he's going to get tackled almost right away, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Hernandez was in there immediately, and we have a player down, possibly number 77 for LeGrand. Yeah, number 77 looks like he's got a little something going on there. Hope Jamie Casares is okay.
Yeah, he got up on his own accord there, and he doesn't need much help. He's kind of limping off.
Yeah, he's got a little hitch in his get along, kind of gimping out of there.
A lot of times in those run blocking plays, they get rolled up on and stuff like that. So hopefully he'll be all right. But nice little play there, Enrique Hernandez getting in and making the stop there.
Great reaction, great get off on that. That made the play right there.
So a quick little factoid. You brought some factoids up there, Greg. The white hat, Pat Morelli, who's been an official here in the CIF high school football for 20-plus years. His cousin, Pete Morelli, was an official in the National Football League. He was a guest on my podcast last year.
I remember.
And he actually officiated a Super Bowl.
No kidding.
So here we go.
That's exciting.
Diego Martinez, the LeGrand quarterback, in shotgun, double slot receivers to each side, running back to his right.
Oh,
and we had some movement up front. Diego with the hard count. Let's see what the official call is.
Looks like Castle and Polson got a little excited.
Yeah, offsides on Calaveras. So that's going to be a 5 yards, and that'll be enough for a first down for LeGrand. So LeGrand, on their first possession, gets a nice pass to 21. And then with the help of the penalty, gets a first down right off the bat. They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 27-yard line where it's 1st and 10.
Those penalties could be costly as the game goes on.
Martinez again in shotgun, double slot receivers to each side. Running back to his right, takes the snap. He has trouble with the snap, picks it back up. He's going to take off running with it, cuts to his right side, uses his speed. He's still on his feet, and he's finally going to get pushed out right about midfield. Let's see where they spot it. But just as we had mentioned, number 5 likes to spread everybody out with those double slot receivers and then find a way to scramble, and he did exactly that. He's got another first down for LeGrand, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
And he did exactly what he should. Like you said, the snap was bobbled. Lost track of receivers, picked the ball up. Calaveras lost containment, lost their spy. Polson was a little bit out of position, took an angle that he couldn't overcome, and got some really good yardage on that.
So 1st and 10. Diego Martinez, the quarterback, has trips receivers now to his left side. He's in shotgun, one receiver up top, running back to his right. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to that running back to the right, who's got a nice little hole up the right side, picks up maybe 2, maybe 3 yards, and then finally plenty of maroon jerseys converge on him, where it'll be about 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, big running back coming through that line. Calaveras did a very good job to only hold him to maybe 1.5 yards, possibly 2 yards, but he came through with a whole head of steam.
Yeah, so I think they did mark it at the 48-yard line of Calaveras, so gain of 2. So 2nd and 8. LeGrand comes out of the huddle. Diego Martinez, the quarterback, once again trips the receiver to the wide side of the field, puts a single receiver up top on the boundary side. He'll line up in shotgun with a running back off to his right. Takes the snap. He's looking to throws to the trip side. He's got his man. It's complete to the 40, close to the 35, and then finally brought down by number 10, Quincy Dyson, but not until LeGrand gets another first down.
Yeah, that was a really well-executed play, timed very well. The ball was out right as the receiver was making his break, very hard to defend, and shows they got good yardage and good run after the catch yardage.
So they'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 34-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10. We're coming down on 8:29 remaining in the opening quarter, and LeGrand is on the move. They're going to go double slot to each side. Martinez, the quarterback, in shotgun. He puts one in motion. He's going to hand it off right up the middle, and he does got nowhere to go. 4, 5 maroon jerseys converge on him.
The flock of Hawks met Benting right just before the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard, but they great job stuffing the run so far.
Yeah, he'll lose 2 yards. In fact, they'll mark the ball at the Calaveras 36-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 12 with 7:52 remaining in the first quarter. Still no score. This is the opening drive of the game. LeGrand moving from our right to left, and they're all their white uniforms. Martinez, the quarterback, gets trips receivers to his right, one receiver to his left. He's in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's looking to his right. He's trying to throw deep. He's got a man wide open. And just missed him.
That's heartbreaking for LeGrand. There was nobody within 20 yards of him. Broke wide open. Busted coverage for Calaveras.
Number 4, Andres Aguilar, went up the seam, right up the field, ran the go route. Calaveras only had one safety. They had 3 receivers to that side, and that receiver was wide open. If they would have connected, that would have been an easy touchdown. but Diego Martinez just overthrew him by about a yard or so. Incomplete. 3rd and 12 coming up. 7:28 remaining in the opening quarter. Once again, trips receivers to his right. Diego Martinez in shotgun. Running back to his left. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw again. Looks over to that trip side. He's in trouble. He's got some pressure. He's going to roll off to his right. He throws, and he's got his man wide open. Right in the middle of field. I believe that's 21 again. He's going to get it all the way down to the 20-yard line of Calaveras, and that's going to be a first down, LeGrand.
That was a really good throw while he was running to his right and to find the open receiver. He had Calaveras right on his heels trying to get at him, number 52, Crandall, just right there. Calaveras hasn't shown that they can stop the pass at all. The best pass play is when LeGrand dropped it. I mean, that's the best Calaveras has been able to come up with so far.
Yeah, LeGrand is on the move now with the ball in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Calaveras 20-yard line. 6:52 remaining in the opening quarter. Diego Martinez, the quarterback, has got double slot receivers to each side. He's in shotgun, puts a man in motion. He's going to hand it off to that motion man. That's number 4. Breaks a tackle, and then is finally going to get brought down. He's probably going to lose a couple of yards on that attempted sweep play. And Calaveras, being a sweep team, was not fooled.
Yeah, Patrick came right up the middle and got his hands on him, slowed him down just enough to mess up the timing on the blocking to allow Calaveras to get that edge and stop it for, looks like, another loss. They're stopping him for a loss on the run. So if they can get the pass under control, they'd be doing okay.
Loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13. Ball at the Calaveras 23-yard line. Quarterback in shotgun, that's Martinez. Double slot receivers, he's looking to throw. Then he takes off running with it. This time he gets hit right away.
Yeah, number 5 for Calaveras came right up. Curran disrupted the play. It looks like there was a timeout by the...
Yeah, we got another injury on the field. It looks like this time, no, that's the quarterback.
Oh, no.
That's Diego Martinez, the quarterback.
His helmet's off and everything. That's not good.
He's going to have to come off for at least a play if his helmet came off.
Yeah, the blitz by Calaveras caused a disruption in that play. He had a couple guys open and would have been nice gains, but opted to run it. Possibly didn't see him, and then Calaveras got a nice sack to stop their forward motion and a little momentum.
So it looks like LeGrand's going to call a timeout here. Diego Martinez, I believe their only quarterback that's on the roster, had to come out, so they're going to call a timeout. Let's see what happens when we come back. We'll be right back right after this.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra, Greg Stark, live at Calaveras High School. LeGrand's got their offense on the field at the 25-yard line. There's the snap. Backup quarterback's in, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield. Number 52.
Untouched. 52, Crandall came right up. Looks like they were trying to do a little screen. I couldn't tell who the defender was for Calaveras. One stuck with the running back, and one, Crandall, went after the quarterback. Quarterback lost his footing right as he got there. Great defensive play to stop that. That could have been a really good momentum for LeGrand, but to get that stop after this long drive was huge.
So the ball spotted all the way back to the Calaveras 35-yard line, 4th and very long, 4th and about 25, and LeGrand's going to line up in a punt formation. And what a huge play by number 5, Diego Martinez, having to leave for that play, because that was the difference between continuing this drive and then now all of a sudden lining up in a punt formation. And a nice little punt. It's going to get downed inside the 5-yard line for Calaveras. And Calaveras will take over on their first offensive possession right about their own 3-yard line. So nice kick by LeGrand. I've just got another update from KVGC Studios here, and it looks like Amador has the lead over Ripon Christian. Ripon Christian just scored, but the PAT was blocked. Amador leads 7-6 in the first quarter. And right when I thought no Blankenheim, that could be an uphill battle, they're battling.
Yeah.
Good for Amador.
Well, just like Calaveras with their second up, Long came in and did really well. Maybe Amador's got the same situation.
So here we go. Calaveras now, the offense on the field. Kern, the quarterback under center. He's going to turn around and hand off. I believe that's Enrique, who goes right up the middle and is finally brought down by number 2. He'll get it up to about the 13-yard line, and it'll be close to a first down.
They're moving it.
Yeah, it is a first down, and the big woe was he was one guy away from taking that thing all the way to the other side of the end zone there.
And that guy rode him like a pony at the fair for about 3 or 4 yards after he got on his back.
So for first and 10 Calaveras, they're moving from our left to right. Ball's at their own 13-yard line. Curran goes under center, puts Clifton in motion, hands off to Clifton off to his left side. He cuts back up the middle, and he'll pick up about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. About 4:11 remaining in the opening quarter. And it'll be interesting, Greg, to find out if number 5, their quarterback, comes back in their second offensive series, because with him, they move the ball all the way down the field
consistently.
And so that's going to be a huge, huge factor of what happens the rest of this game here for LeGrand. Colin Curran, the quarterback for Calaveras, under center. I-backs behind him. Takes a snap, hands off to Enrique, who's got to open, makes a man miss. Carries another tackler all the way down to about the 36-yard line. Pickup of about 20 yards. 1st and 10 Calaveras.
Cesar Castro, number 8, and number 22, Omar Archega, made the stop, took both of them to stop Hernandez from getting another huge run.
They'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 37-yard line. Huge run by number 7, Enrique Hernandez, the co-MVP of the Motherlode League.
That's
3:23 remaining in the first quarter. Curran, the quarterback, under center. 2 running backs behind him. He puts Clifton in motion. Hands off to Paulson this time right up the middle. And Paulson carries would-be tacklers for about 5 yards. 2nd and about 5 coming up.
Yeah, great little pounding play to keep LeGrand on their toes. Number 12 for LeGrand, Ethan Manzo, was there to make the initial stop at 2 yards of gain. And
now it looks like 33, Cody Paulson, has gone down. He came up limping after being tackled there. He's gotten back up, but he's got a little bit of a limp.
He's not happy about walking on that ankle right now, or whatever the lower extremity injury is.
And that's a big blow, not just offensively, but he plays that middle linebacker spot like you wouldn't believe. And
you can't coach instinct, so hopefully they have somebody that's been getting some reps to put in there.
Yeah, he's got a really significant limp going.
Tape, more tape.
So they're going to have to get a different running back in for number 33, Cody Paulson, who's left the game limping.
Momentarily.
He's down on the bench, and he's getting attended to by the staff and some of the trainers there. They'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 42-yard line, where it's 2nd and about 5. Curran's got the play from Coach Mosa. Calls the huddle. Offense heads to the line of scrimmage. Clock is moving. 2:43 in the opening quarter. No score. Curran under center. 2 running backs behind him. Puts Clifton in motion. He's going to hand off to 7, Enrique Hernandez, off right tackle, who breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to get the ball up to about the Calaveras 48-yard line, and he's got enough for another Calaveras first down.
Yeah, Colton Ray went in there, lead block for him, and hit number 41 for LeGrand. Moved him right out of the way. I believe it was 41. Jacob Cervantes moved him right out of the way, giving Hernandez at least the first few yards untouched through the hole.
They'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Calaveras. They're moving from our left to right. Curran, the quarterback, under center. Single back behind him. Puts Clifton in motion. Hangs off to Clifton. He's got room off that left side. Nice little block there by Colton Ray. He's going to pick up 7, maybe 8 yards on that first down play. Nice sweep play by number 22, Ryan Clifton, the other co-MVP of the Motherlode League.
You could just say co-MVP anytime you call a number with Calaveras. But good job of the next man up. Colton Ray getting in there, getting it done. You know, Calaveras doing no shortage of prepping their guys to be next man in.
Another scoring update from the KVGC radio studios. Somerville up 14-0. And Sonora up 7-0 over Wheatland. Curran, the quarterback, he's got second and about 2. He's under center. Puts Enrique in motion, fakes to him, gives it to Colton Ray right up the middle. And he's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards, and it's going to be another Calaveras first down.
Hey, Colton Ray sure a ray of hope back there with Polson out. He came in, and he's getting it done. Looks like Patrick's coming on the field to take his turn. Giving number 11 a little bit of a break. Payton Long.
So they'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 41-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Calaveras. 1:17 remaining in the opening quarter. Still no score. Curran, the center.
Timeout.
Went under center. Yep, we got a timeout, Calaveras. So when we come back, it'll be 1st and 10 with 1:13 in the opening quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, Frank Meyer Field in round 1 of the CIF Sac Joaquin section playoffs. Calaveras was able to stop LeGrand on their opening drive due to Diego Martinez leaving the game. And now Cohen Curran, the quarterback, has got the Calaveras offense on the move. 1st and 10 from the LeGrand 41-yard line. Under center, he puts Enrique in motion, hands off to Enrique, and he'll move up to about the 34-yard line of LeGrand. Picks up about 6, maybe 7 yards on that play. 2nd and about 3 coming up.
Number 4, Andres Aguilar, the defensive back, just got a shoelace on Hernandez to trip him up, not before the huge gain on first down.
So they'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 34-yard line. 2nd and 3. Cohen Curran, the quarterback, gets the offensive call from Coach Mosa. We're coming down on 35 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Here comes Payton Long, and he switches out with somebody. There goes Curran, puts a man in motion. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off. Ooh. I believe that was, was that Ray?
That's Ray. He sidestepped number 42, absolutely flying up the middle. Giovanni Saris from LeGrand sidestepped him just enough to get his head down, his shoulders down, and powered through to a first down. Colton Ray, not much of a changeup from Poundin' Polson.
So they'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 27-yard line. And that is a first down, Calaveras. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter with no score here at Frank Meyer Field. When we come back to start this second quarter, Calaveras will have the ball 1st and 10 at the LeGrand 27-yard line when we come back.
Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra, Greg Stark, coming to you live from Calaveras High School. No score as we get started here in the second quarter, but Calaveras has the football, and they're on the move. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the LeGrand 27-yard line. Number 33, Cody Paulson, had left the field earlier in the drive. The left foot there, something going on in his ankle, limped off. He's still not as significant of a limp, but he's not back out there with the offense yet. But Colton Ray, number 5, has filled in admirably, running the ball hard and putting on some great blocks. So here's Cohen Curran, the quarterback under center. Colton Ray, the single back behind him. Curran takes a snap, hands off to Colton Ray, who's got some room around the right side and then slips. He had a lot more running room and then slipped and helped out that LeGrand defense, but he still picked up about 5 yards on the play. Second and about 5 coming up.
I was going to use a pun. He's a ray of hope, but he's more like a solar flare. That guy is hitting the line at full speed and not missing a beat. What a good place to be in to allow Polson to rest a little bit and evaluate his ankle. Maybe save him for defense a little bit, not burn him out, and play the long game with your players.
Second and 5 from the LeGrand 22-yard line. Change a quarter, so we change directions. Calaveras moving from our right to left. Curran hands off to number 7, Enrique Hernandez, who breaks a tackle, still on his feet, gets down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, and it's going to be another Calaveras first down.
Yeah, breaks tackles. He had 2 or 3 guys bounce off him, and you're watching the game, you're seeing Calaveras line get off the ball and get movement. They are absolutely putting the move on the defensive line for LeGrand.
They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 12-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They could actually get a first down without scoring, but I'm sure Coach Mosa wants to get this ball into the end zone. Curran, the quarterback, is in shotgun, puts a man in motion. Hands off to that motion, man. I believe that's number 22, Ryan Clifton, who's got room around the left-hand side. Gets a great block. Touchdown, Calaveras.
Now, this is what we were talking about at the beginning of the game. You know it's going to happen. You know they're going to pound the ball. You know they're going to sweep. Can you stop it?
And that's exactly what they did. They were pounding the ball in between the tackles with Paulson, Enrique Hernandez, and Colton Ray. And then, boom, there goes 22, the co-MVP of the league, around the edge to break the seal of this game. Calaveras has the lead 6-0. And now Caden Gray, number 1, the kicker, coming out to attempt the kick after. There's the snap. Kick is up. And no, it looks like it was wide right. So with 10:41 remaining in the second quarter, Calaveras has the lead 6-0. We'll be right back.
MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark. We're coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where the Calaveras varsity RedHawk football team has finally broken the seal on this game with a touchdown run by number 22, Ryan Clifton, from 12 yards out. And the extra point was no good. And so Calaveras has the lead 6-0.
What a great position to be in. Like we talked about, you have 3 running backs, and you use 2 of them extensively and kind of forget about the co-MVP, or all-league. That's a lot for LeGrand to think about. Kickoff by Calaveras over the head of the back, number 4, Aguilar, rolls into the end zone.
So that's going to be a touchback. Nice kick by Caden Gray. He got the fortuitous bounce. And so LeGrand will start their next offensive series out on their own 20.
We'll see if the number 5 comes back out from his injury earlier.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge deal, I think, and he is back. Number 5, Diego Martinez, is in the backfield. He's in shotgun. He's got double slot receivers to each side. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff. He rolls to his right. He's going to dump it off to his back, and he just missed number 21, Blake Lua, who was seeping out, sneaking out into that flat area. If he would have had him, he would have had plenty of room to run, but he just overthrew him. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Martinez had Castle right in front of him, and he tried to do this little, basketball shot over Corey as he jumped to the receiver and just put a little bit too much sauce on it and it over his head. Very, very fortunate because there was a lot of green grass in front of the receiver.
So 2nd and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Number 5, Diego Martinez, the quarterback, in the backfield. He's got slot receivers to his right. He's got a pistol back right behind him. He takes the snap. He hands off to that pistol back right up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. A host of about 4 or 5 maroon jerseys was just waiting on him, and he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd and 10 coming up.
You know, with as much penetration as they had, very disciplined to stay on the line without pushing too far forward. They waited for him to come to him, cut down those lanes, played the smart game, get the stop instead of trying to go for the big, blow up in the backfield. Very smart play by that defensive line.
As much success as Diego Martinez, the quarterback, has had throwing the football in that last drive, I got to think they're going to have to go back to that more than just this run-up-the-middle stuff that they've been trying so far on this drive.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
So shotgun, slot receivers is left. He is looking to throw this time. He's got pressure. He's going to roll out to his left. He throws, and it's complete. Number 21, Blake Lua, completes it. I think they're going to spot it about the 32-yard line. That's going to be enough for a LeGrand first down.
Yeah, Calaveras didn't have a whole lot of pressure up first at front, and then Corey Castle came in and made him scramble off to his left, but just quarterback, enough talent to get it downfield with an accurate pass. That was a really good pass on the run.
1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. And if I'm the offensive coordinator for LeGrand, I'm sticking to the passing side of their play sheet right now.
I'm going to do it till you stop it.
So Martinez, this time in shotgun once again. He's got slot receivers to his right, pistol back behind him. Takes the snap. He's fakes the throw. He runs off to his left, and he's got an extra running room. Breaks a tackle. That's number 20, the freshman, Thomas Benting, with a strong run. Picks up about 12 yards on the play. They'll spot it at the 45-yard line. It's going to be another LeGrand first down.
Yeah, that was the best run play of the night. A little bit of a delay handoff there, caught Calaveras off guard and got some really good yardage.
Yeah, it was a draw play. It looked like he was going to throw the football. That was enough to get those linebackers to drop back into their zones
back a little bit.
And then they ended up running the ball, and it gave plenty of room for Thomas Benting. So 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. They're moving from our left to right. Martinez, the quarterback, he's going to hand it off right tackle. And number 20 breaks 2, 3 tackles, still on his feet down the sideline.
Luckily, Patrick pushed him out.
Finally gets pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. And I'm not sure the officials are talking. I'm not sure if there's a penalty on the play or they're having some sort of discussion. Let's see.
Crowd giving their advice of what to do. Still waiting for the call.
So it's going to be a face mask on Calaveras. So not only was it a good run, but they're going to add yardage to that run, and that's going to put LeGrand in business.
Yeah, the first penalty that really hurt Calaveras was that first quarter false start or offsides, and now this one to give them a ton of yardage deep into their territory.
So they'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 34-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 LeGrand. And there's 8:48 remaining in the second quarter. Calaveras has the lead 6-0. Number 5, Diego Martinez, the quarterback, has got slot receivers way out to his left side. He's in shotgun. He's got that freshman running back off to his right. He's going to hand off to him.
Man.
And he gets stopped in the backfield, and there's a flag on the play. He's going to lose yardage on the play, but let's wait for the official call on the penalty.
That was Wyatt in the backfield immediately.
Holding on the offense. So that's going to move LeGrand back 10 yards on the holding play. And those are tough ones because those are 10 yards.
If you blink, you will absolutely miss Wyatt.
Holding on the offense, number 50, 10 yards penalty from the previous spot remaining. First down.
So from the previous spot, which was about the 34-yard line, they'll move it now to the 44-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and 20, LeGrand, as they attempt to continue moving from our left to right. Slot receivers again up top to Diego Martinez, the quarterback's left side. He's in shotgun. He's got that freshman Benting running back and pistol right behind him. Takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Throws off to his left side. and it's going to fall just incomplete.
It's the third drop pass by LeGrand.
Yeah, Martinez kind of threw that ball flat-footed, and so the ball ended up being a little bit short, and number 4, Andres Aguilar, couldn't get it.
Yeah, it floated in the air. He had to get it over a Calaveras defender. I couldn't tell who it was, and I think the receiver was expecting it to be a little bit further down and had to adjust, and still hit him in both hands. Probably should have caught it. Sure he wishes he did right now, but really fortunate for Calaveras that they still held him a little bit on the pass play there.
So incomplete pass. It's going to be 2nd and 20 from the Calaveras 44-yard line. Number 33, Cody Paulson, the starting inside linebacker, once again limped off, so he's not out there on defense. Martinez in shotgun takes the snap. He's going to hand it off right up the middle. And number 5, Colton Ray, and number 7, I believe. Is that number 7? No, yeah. 44, Landon Patrick. Both together converged on the tackle. No gain. 3rd and 20 coming up.
Yeah, 5 and 44 for 49 to get a stop. I like that. So this is a pretty big play for Calaveras. 3rd down and a long way. But LeGrand can put the ball up and get some yardage and chunks. So this is a very important stop for Calaveras right here.
So interesting here. I'm looking to see who they have at inside backer since Paulson came out. And number 21, Austin Locke, the young guy from the JV team that they brought up, is in the game. Here comes 5, takes his shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking to throws deep to his left. He's got a man wide open. It's complete, and he's going to have a 1st down. They needed 20. He got 22. What a throw and catch. Number 5, Diego Martinez. And I believe, was that 21 or 7?
It was 7, looked like to me.
Fernando Garcia, number 7, on the reception. They're going to spot it all the way down to the 23-yard line of Calaveras. LeGrand is in business, 1st and 10 with 7:04 remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, LeGrand, when they get their catches, their guy is wide open by 10 yards. And there's obviously some blown coverage and misunderstanding of the play or the defensive scheme because they should not be that wide open.
Martinez, the quarterback, in shotgun. He's got double slot receivers to each side. An ace back, that's Benting, the freshman, to his left, takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Benting. He's going to get stopped in the backfield. Number 44,
Patrick.
Landon Patrick on the great defensive play stopped the runner in the backfield.
Yeah, he was a huge play right there. Calaveras sticking very well with the game plan on the run. The passes, again, are just absolutely murdering them.
Another KVGC studio update. Amador 14, Ripon Christian 14. They got a game going down there in Ripon, Coach.
All right.
2nd down and about 17 for LeGrand. Ball spotted at the Calaveras 29-yard line. 6:21 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Martinez in shotgun. He's got trips receivers to his right. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Throws to the single receiver side. Throws that and it's complete.
Great pass.
He threw the post route to the single receiver side. And it's going to 1st down, LeGrand. What a pass, what a catch.
Yeah, that again, another one of those timing plays where the ball was actually in the air right as he made his break. Calaveras right there immediately tackled him. Not much more that you could do to that than to get the quarterback before he throws the ball, but that was a really well-executed play by LeGrand.
They'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 12-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10. 5:50 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Diego Martinez, number 5, the quarterback, puts trips receivers to his right. He's in shotgun. 1 receiver off to his left. He takes the snap. He's going to hand off to 20 right up the middle. And that young freshman gets maybe a yard, if that. Not much there. A lot of maroon jerseys clogging up the middle of that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, again, defensive line's holding their own right now. Hopefully the defensive backs can kind of dial it in a little bit. Cody Paulson on the sideline, still trying to get some movement back into his ankle.
They actually gave him a yard. They'll spot it at the 11, so it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 11-yard line. Coming down on 5 minutes remaining in the opening half of play. Number 5, the quarterback, trips receivers off to his right in that big field side of the football field. Takes the snap, looking to throw. He's under pressure, throws to the single receiver side. It's complete, but he's well out of bounds in the end zone, so incomplete.
Hernandez barreling down on him, kind of made him throw that ball a little bit sooner than he wanted, and it was well out of bounds. But if that was an inside cut on the other hash mark, that would have been a really nice pass. Again, Calaveras struggling to cover.
So 3rd and 9. Ball remains at the Calaveras 11-yard line.
Would you think this be, I don't know what their kicker's like, but this could be 4-down territory. Still a little bit of a long field goal from where they're at right now if the Calaveras can get the stop on 3rd down.
Number 5, Diego de Martinez, the quarterback, who's had quite the first half already, just slinging the ball around. He's going to go with, looks like double slot receivers to the left and right side. He'll line up in shotgun, and Coach wants to talk about it. So when we come back, we have 4:43 remaining in the second quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 6-0. We'll be right back.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship-level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School. It's 3rd and 9 from the Calaveras 11-yard line. LeGrand looking to try to get on the scoreboard. Number 5, Diego Martinez in shotgun. Double slot receivers. Puts one in motion. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to take off running with it. No, he throws.
Oh, yes.
And it's going to be intercepted in the end zone by Calaveras.
Good stop, Calaveras.
I believe.
I want to say that's number.
There's a flag on the play.
Is that? I can't tell who that is for Calaveras. Dang old eyes.
So holding on LeGrand, clearly that's going to be declined, and Calaveras will take over on downs. I thought it was 11 paid and long, or it could have been 21.
Yeah, one of them. One of the defensive backs. Again, Calaveras got some pressure. Quarterback was rolling to his left, made a throw way off target from where it should have gone to his player. Calaveras really didn't have to move much. Got the interception for the stop, and a very fortuitous because LeGrand was driving on them.
Yeah, so that's the second that LeGrand has had 2 offensive possessions, and both of them they got into the Calaveras red zone, and Calaveras came up with a play to finally to get stop the threat. So now with 4:35 remaining in the second quarter, Calaveras takes over offensively. They're moving from our right to left.
Good job.
Colin Kern, the quarterback, under center. He's got I-backs behind him, slot receivers to his left. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Enrique off left tackle. He's got plenty of room to run. Outbeats him. He's still on his feet to the 40, the 50.
Wow.
Finally gets stopped inside the 40-yard line of LeGrand. Number 7, Enrique Hernandez, rips off a 30-yard run, but there is a flag on the play.
30-yard run, and Clifton was downfield 25 yards of that with him. Nice block at the end to get that extra 5.
Let's see what the official call is.
LeGrand got some speed to catch him.
Illegal block in the back on the offense, so that's going to negate the big run. It'll remain first down. But let's see where they spot the ball, because they'll do it from the infraction point.
Which is kind of fortunate you're downfield when you do it, so at least you get a good gain anyways.
So they'll spot the ball at the 45-yard line. So still a decent gain by Enrique Hernandez. And so they'll spot it at the 45, 1st and 10 4:23 remaining in the second quarter. And Colin Curran gets the offense right back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to line up in shotgun this time. It looks like Cody Paulson's back into the football game. Curran's looking to throw. He's got some pressure, and he's going to keep it and finally just get pushed out of bounds. But he may lose a couple of yards on the scramble there, depending on the spot.
Yeah, it's a good job that he didn't throw downfield because number 11 was triple covered. The only receiver downfield had 3 defenders around him, and smart to take it out of bounds and only lose a few yards than to have something tragic happen. LeGrand absolutely destroyed the left side of the offensive line. They blitzed heavily on that side, may have disrupted what they had planned.
So a loss of 4 yards, 2nd and 14. Ball's at the Calaveras 41-yard line. Curran goes under center. Single back is Cody Paulson behind him. Puts a man in motion. That's Clifton. He's going to hand off to Clifton, who's got some room around the left-hand side. Gets a block by number 7, Enrique. He'll get the ball up to about the 48-yard line of LeGrand. Gain of about 7 yards. 2nd and short coming up.
52, Michael Crandall with a pancake block. Num num. Blew up that hole, gave him a nice place to run. For those who don't know, pancake blocks, when you take the defensive player and put them on their back, which is a pancake, and defensive line or offensive linemen love them.
So 3rd and 3.
It's complete dominance on the line for that.
Ball at the 48-yard line. Clifton in motion. Hands off to number 7 right up the gut. And Enrique gets the ball to about the 45-yard line. It'll be very close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. And it is a first down, Calaveras.
That's 76 out there for Calaveras. Ike Chance blocked his person 8 yards downfield. When your line's getting off and escorting people out of the building 8 yards, you're having a good night right now.
Another KVGC radio update. Somerville 21, Rio Vista 0, Denair 14, Mariposa 0.
All right.
Curran, the quarterback, under center. 2 running backs in split formation behind him. Takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Enrique, who breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet. Gets all the way down to the 35, 34-yard line of LeGrand. And I believe he'll have enough for another Calaveras first down. A nice rip-off of about 10 or 11 yards on that play.
Absolutely great physical Calaveras football. Everybody's getting on their block, staying on their block until the whistle. You can't ask for much more than that, and good things happen when that happens.
2:35 remaining before half. 1st and 10 at the LeGrand 35-yard line. Curran under center, split backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. Takes a snap. He hands off to Paulson off left tackle. And Cody will carry the ball and pick up about 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7. And it'll be interesting here what Coach Mosa does because the clock is moving, and I'm sure he wants to get in the end zone before the halftime.
Yeah, you're going to want to get that extra score. You're getting some good momentum. Keep doing what you're doing. I think they have, one timeout left maybe? So play smart, hurry to the ball. 2 minutes left to get 34 yards. Very doable, but you got to get going.
Yeah, the ball's at the LeGrand 32-yard line. It's 2nd and 7, 1:50 remaining in the half. Curran under center, split backs behind him. Slot receivers to his left. He goes back. He's looking to throw. Throws, and it's going to go incomplete. He was trying to hit number 11, Peyton Long, who was well covered. And Curran threw it well behind him. Incomplete. 3rd and about 7 coming up.
That's good because number 7 for LeGrand, Fernando Garcia, was all over Long, and that would have been a difficult catch or could have been another tragedy. Great pass protection for Curran. He had plenty of time to throw the ball. It's just a great defensive play by LeGrand.
Well, what helps on that play is the incomplete stops the clock and maybe saves Calaveras a timeout.
Maybe that's why they did it.
Most of hands the Curran, the quarterback, the play. 3rd and 7, 1:41 remaining. Curran goes under center, single back behind him, and now Coach Mosa wants to talk about it. So we're going to have a timeout with 1:41 remaining in the second quarter with Calaveras has the lead 6-0. We'll be right back.
Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you from Calaveras High School with 1:41 remaining in the second quarter. Calaveras has the lead 6-0. They also have the football at the LeGrand 32-yard line, and it's 3rd and 7.
Looks like when they made that shift, Polson came up to the line as a receiver, kind of like a wounded gazelle, was limping out there. I don't think Mosa liked that and put in Ray.
There's Curran under center, puts a man in motion, takes a snap. He's going to pitch it off to Clifton off the left edge. He makes a man miss, continues up the field, gets it past just the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. I don't think he's going to have enough for a first down, so we're going to have about a 4th and 3 coming up, and I believe the clock will still stop because he was well out of bounds.
Absolutely.
And Paulson goes back in, but he's still significantly limping. But he's back into the game.
He's going pretty good straight ahead, but it's the side-to-side that's giving him some trouble, so you're not going to want him out there in an open field trying to make adjustments to catch a ball. But if you want that mass moving forward, I think you're going to want him making those hits.
Ball's at the 28-yard line, 4th and 3. Curran under center. He's got Paulson behind him. Puts Enrique in motion, takes a snap, hands a Paulson on the counter trap. 42 was waiting on him. His helmet comes flying off. It's going to finally get stopped at the 25-yard line, and it's going to be very close to a first down. Just depends on the spot. And, yes, first down, Calaveras.
Yeah, Polson gutting it out, getting it for his team, getting the playoffs done. He won and done. Can't take it with you. He's leaving it all out the field. 42 is going off. He was a little slow getting up, and then I could see why if your helmet gets ripped off, smashing into Polson like that. I shouldn't say get ripped off.
Big, tall task, but Paulson, even with the limp, gets the first down for his team. 1st and 10. Curran under center, puts Enrique in motion, hands off to Enrique. Paulson's lead blocking. Enrique is going to get finally brought down. Nice little tackle there in the open field by the Grand defender. He'll pick up only about 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. More importantly, 1:08 remaining in the quarter, and the clock's still moving.
Yeah, Polson just couldn't get up the speed to get out there and get that block, and that defender came right in on Enrique. Nothing he can do about it. Ray back in the game. Polson taking a little bit of a breather.
2nd and 8. Ball's at the LeGrand 24-yard line.
Looks like LeGrand took a...
And we have a LeGrand timeout, so we'll be right back right after this.
MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Frank Meyer Field here at Calaveras High School. 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 6-0. They also have the ball at the LeGrand 24-yard line. It's 2nd and 9. And Colin Curran, the quarterback, is going to line up in shotgun with slot receivers off to his left. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Throws left. He's got Enrique Hernandez. The ball was thrown well behind him, but what a one-handed grab by number 7, Enrique Hernandez. Completes it. It's going to be another first down, Calaveras.
Yeah, falling backwards with the one hand, grabbed it, fell to the ground. Great catch. Great effort by Enrique.
Calaveras looks like calls a timeout because the clock was rolling. We're going to stay right here, though. There's only 40 seconds remaining. It's going to be first down. It still be 1st and 10. They spot the ball about the 12-yard line of LeGrand, so they could get a first down without scoring. But with 40 seconds remaining in a 6-0 ball game, you got to think Coach Mosa's got to be dialing up something good here. He wants to get into the end zone before the half.
Yeah, that completed pass, not just a pass, but the completed pass of the last play really lets LeGrand know that they will throw it. And the play before that, LeGrand's defensive line was a complete soup sandwich. They were trying to line up, called the timeout smartly. So LeGrand's a little bit of confusion, trying to stop that run. And now Calaveras, like you said, with 40 seconds to get it in the end zone.
All right, so here we go. Colin Curran's got the Calaveras offense to the line of scrimmage. He's going to have Enrique Hernandez and Colton Ray in split formation behind him. He goes under center. He takes a snap, fakes to Enrique, looking to throw. He does throw, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get number 11, Peyton Long, but it was well overthrown. Second down coming up.
Yeah, that was well overthrown is generous. I don't think it was almost a field goal.
Well, it only took 5 seconds off the clock, so there's 35 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the LeGrand 12-yard line. So the nice thing is hey, either it was going to be there or it wasn't. Cohen saw that it wasn't, threw the ball out of bounds. You live to play another play, and that's exactly what he's doing now. He gets the call from Coach Mosa.
Maybe you call two at once right now. Get on the line, get going, get two going.
Gets his offense to the line of scrimmage. He'll line up under center with Colton Ray, the single back behind him. He's got Enrique in the slot formation to his left. Puts a man in motion. That's Clifton. Fakes to him. He's going to roll off to his left. He's looking to throw. Throws down the field, and it's going to go incomplete. Cohen Kern running a right-handed quarterback, running to his left, had to change his hips to try to get that ball out of there, and just couldn't get it done. It falls incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, a little bit of a blown protection there for Calaveras. I couldn't tell who it was from the Grand, but he came right up, caused the rollout, and the errant pass. So it's interesting what Calaveras is going to do. 29 seconds, 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. Ball's at the 12-yard line of LeGrand. There's 29 seconds remaining. I would think this is probably 4-down territory unless, Caden Gray may be able to get one from this distance.
You missed your extra point.
We'll see. Kern, the quarterback. He's going to line up in shotgun this time. He's got slot receivers to both sides. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Plenty of time to throw. Throws it right up the middle. Touchdown, Calaveras!
Can't tell who it is for Calaveras.
I believe it was 20, Corey Castle.
Corey Castle, awesome. So do you go for 2?
That's a good question. And I believe the offense is going to stay there.
It's interesting that they ran the ball all the way down there. I know clock became a concern, so you start throwing it, and
no.
Holding. That's they called number 74 on the offense. I don't know. I don't have that on my list, but
that's going to negate the touchdown. And I thought they were worried about the extra 2-point play, but no, they're calling a play here for 3rd down again. 23 seconds remaining. That one hurts.
Yeah, that's a rough one to swallow.
So the ball's all the way back to the 23-yard line of LeGrand. Kern to center under center, hands off to Enrique. No, fakes it to him. He's looking to throw. He's rolling off to his left. He throws. It's complete to Corey Castle again.
15 seconds.
He'll get it to the 5-yard line. And now Calaveras is rushing to the offense of the line of scrimmage. 7 seconds, and it's still moving. 4, 3.
So when they threw the ball in, they dropped the refs dropped it. So I'm not sure if that's going to be a.
They spot the ball at the 6-yard line. There's no time on the clock. And hold on, let's see. And that's it.
Wow.
Morelli saying that's halftime.
So I'm not.
They're still having a discussion on the field. The Calaveras staff is not happy at all. They believe there should have still been some time on the clock.
Yeah, when they threw it in
and
from
you
the
can hear the
sideline,
whole crowd, they are not happy.
There's about 6 or 7 seconds. The ref dropped the ball and had to go chase it, and then the clock ran out. So, maybe don't hold and you get a touchdown. You shouldn't have to worry about the last second. But on the other hand, come on, man.
So Coach Mosa having a talk with the white hat Pat Morelli. He has his explanation. I don't think Coach Mosa likes it very much, but nonetheless, that is the final play of the half. And so here at the half, the score, Calaveras 6, LeGrand 0 in an interesting first half. What we're going to do, Greg, is we're going to cut into a piece of the extra from Coach Val's podcast, Let's Talk Football. Coach Val talk about a couple little football stories, and when we come back, we'll break down this first half and get ready for the second half for you.
All right.
So we'll be right back.
football stories. And I got a little bit of story, short little stories, back in Coach Val's playing days. And I think it's a little bit pertinent because we got a little bit of weather, little rain, little precipitation coming in this week and possibly even at game time. And there was a time where I was starting halfback for our football team, and we played this team that had a natural grass field, which most of them were back in those days, Coach. There wasn't no artificial turf. I think there was like one, and we were like, man, that team's that school's rich. They got an artificial
grass and dirt.
So this football field is all natural grass, but it was inverted where everything seemed to drain in the middle of the field. So like if you were on the sidelines, you were up higher, and as you walked towards the middle of the field, it became lower and lower and lower, like you were walking downhill. And the reason why I bring this game up is it was kind of a scary game. I had a scary moment because I felt like at one point I thought I was going to drown. Literally, like, was gasping for, like, you felt like that moment where you feel like, I think I'm drowning. I felt like that. And what had happened is it was a major, major rainy, stormy day. So the rain was pouring down, and it was windy, so windy that you couldn't, even as the rain was coming down, it was coming down at an angle where it was just hitting you in your face and inside your face mask, and you couldn't get away from it because it was so windy that all the water was just blowing in your face. And then when the quarterback tried throwing the football, I mean, even a 5-yard little out pass, the moment it left his hands, the wind would take it and go into the ground. It's like, okay, you're not going to be able to throw the football in this game today. And so what happens as a halfback, I'm going to get probably, 30, 40 carries in this game, right? This is going to be, hand off to Coach Val left, hand off to Coach Val right. Well, I start carrying the football, and there's this play where I get tackled right in the middle of the field, and guess where that is? Where all the water is accumulating. So it's like a little mini swimming pool, just major, huge puddle accumulating exactly in the middle of the field. I've got 8 guys on top of me, right? I can't get up, and I'm face first in this puddle filled with water, filled with mud, and I'm waiting for everybody to get off me, and I'm still waiting, and I'm still waiting. And now I get into panic mode and go, I'm going to drown. I'm going to die on the football field today. Like, I really started to panic because you start to feel like that panic, I'm drowning mode. And then guys finally start to get up. I come up, there's bubbles all in the puddle from my oxygen. And I finally get to breathe, but I was gasping for air. I look at my mouthpiece, and my mouthpiece, back in those days, we attached them to our face mask so we wouldn't lose them. And I pull my mouthpiece out, and it's got this big, giant, heaping glob of mud that's just dragging all off of it, right? Well, I can't throw this just back in my mouth. So what do? Stick it in the puddle, right? I got a little wash basin right there in the puddle. So I'm washing off my mouthpiece. I'm getting all with my hand, pulling off the mud and grass and all that, and getting it as clean as I possibly could, rinsing it off in the water and in the thing, pop it back in my mouth, get back into the huddle, and guess what Coach calls? Same play. And I'm going, okay, this is not going to be good. So needless to say, the rest of that football game, it didn't matter where the backer was, or I was trying to juke a defensive lineman to try to find the open hole. The moment I got the ball, I was running towards the sideline to get the hell away from that puddle and to get the hell away from the water. I was not trying to find the hole. I was just getting away from the water. I didn't want to drown anymore.
Why is that guy bouncing the dive, man?
So moral of the story, Coach, is, to Enrique Hernandez and Cody Paulson and Clifton and, anybody tonight that has an opportunity to carry that football, pre-game, get out there and see, where's the water draining? Is there any water accumulating specifically in any part of this field that I need to stay away from?
These guys have no idea. I mean, the field drains well. We get the turf now, Remember, you remember that. I know you remember this, the 2010 team.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Amador. Played at home.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was a stormy game.
Yeah, we had trash pumps out there trying to get the water off the field. It wouldn't drain fast enough.
Yep.
And what was that, 3-0? We lost.
I think it was. It was like 3-0.
Yeah, and they were okay, but we were really good, and we
Yeah.
knew it, and we couldn't do anything. Could not do anything. That was our second loss of that year.
Yeah, the weather was just weather can sometimes, inclement weather can definitely have its effect on what an offense can run.
So that year we went to the playoffs. We were 8-2, number 1 seed in playoffs.
Yep. In Division 4.
That was back then.
Yeah, back then we were Division 4. So, and then we've been 5, 6. This is the first year we've ever really been 7.
Keep creating more and more divisions and just kind of
moving, shifting people around.
Especially the small school, they just keep getting pushed down.
Yep. Especially as these bigger inner city schools keep opening schools, and right off the bat, I mean, River Island, boom, you got 1,400 students. Yeah.
Been open for what, 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah. Yeah. Not much. But yeah, so I mean, Frank Meyer Field drains pretty well.
It does.
But I would double check it, guys. Make sure. See where there's a spot. You don't want to drown. It's not fun.
You get cork and coconut husk up your nose now. Could be worse.
That's true. Okay, so hey, second short story. This is about a time, it was during football practice, and believe it or not, Coach Val got in trouble. I got in trouble with the coach. I was being disruptive in practice. I remember my teammate, Robert Smizer. Robert, if you're out there, what's up, buddy? We both wrestled together. We were both defensive backs. We were like brothers, in that defensive backfield. I don't got to tell you, Coach, how the camaraderie between those DBs are. And but I guess during the drill, there's one group is running the drill. There's a line waiting for your turn, so you're up next. And me and Smizer were playing a little grab ass, screwing around with each other. And Coach said, "Hey, knock it off." No, we didn't knock it off, and we kept screwing around. And finally, he goes, "All right, that's it." He stops everything. Everybody stops, grabs me and Smizer, takes us off to the side of the field, gets us in a 3-point stance, yard and a half away from each other, blows the whistle, and boom, we hit each other, right? Get done, just do it again. Now he goes back, has one of his assistant coaches, and this was the head coach, has one of the assistant coaches come take over and does the same thing, blows the whistle, boom, me and Smizer go at it, we hit each other, boom. He goes back, continues practice. He runs the practice. Me and Smizer, an hour later, are still going at it. We got to where we're hitting each other so hard and so long that at some point it became as soon as the whistle blew, all we did was hug each other. It's like we were so exhausted we couldn't hit each other anymore. And it just was over and over and over, and do it again, do it again, and do it again. And finally, we got finished just enough in time to run conditioning at the end of practice. So after all of that, it's like, all right, now run. So, moral of the story: don't screw around in practice.
Right.
Don't screw around in practice. It's not worth it. You ever had anything like that happen to you?
No.
No, you were the good guy in practice.
Didn't screw around very much. I was usually kind of quiet. Yeah. Nope.
I could be a knucklehead sometimes.
I can't say that it ever did.
Yeah, all it took was some guy to egg me on, and I'd easily fall into that trap.
Could you imagine if we had two guys hit each other for an hour at practice now?
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm sure it's frowned upon.
I'm sure it is frowned upon. Sure it is.
Probably violate some rules too, I would imagine.
I mean, back then, it was like, that's how you got guys to stop screwing around. I mean, I remember roaming around in just the halls in the school, and two guys are getting ready to go at it. They wanted to fight. Everybody's starting to congregate, like, oh, there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight. And the football coach come running up, grab the two guys who are going to fight, take them into the mat room, put headsets on them, put these big 16-ounce gloves on them, and made them fight.
Here you go.
You want to fight? Let's fight. And then they'd get done fighting. They're both exhausted. And he says, all right, shake hands. You guys done? Yep, we're done, coach. All right. After that, hey, no suspension.
Yeah.
No, none of that stuff. Now we shook hands. We went around our day, and we were fine.
The good old days. You'd be on social media in a hurry. Coach has kids fight on purpose.
Yeah, I guess it's all perspective.
Right.
I looked at it like, hey, Coach had two guys that needed some energy that needed to be extinguished, and he helped out. Okay, so those are. Did you ever do anything like that in school?
No.
You're just,
I didn't get in trouble very often at all, if at all.
You're no fun.
My wife calls me a square.
I think she's right.
You might be right.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for indulging me and Coach Val's couple little short football stories. You got so many of those over the years. You think about all these different things that have happened, when you're around football, and I'm sure all these young men that are out there playing tonight are going to have plenty of those of their own when they talk about different games they played in and things that happen around the sport. And those are some of the good stuff, man. The good nuggets that later on in life you can share with people. Hey, remember this and all that good stuff. So, hey, get out there tonight, make some good memories. What I'd want to do right now is share.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where it's halftime in a 6-0 game. Calaveras has the lead, 6-0. I hope you enjoyed the couple little Coach Val football stories that was from the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Here, it's been a story, Greg, of missed opportunities. Missed opportunities, 2 offensive drives for LeGrand. They got into the Calaveras red zones on the back of number 5, Diego Martinez's throwing arm, successfully being able to throw the football. Couldn't punch it in. Calaveras got the stop when needed. And then missed opportunities from Calaveras right before the half, looking like they were going to go in and score. Ran out of time. Some questions about, that. But nonetheless, a missed opportunity. What'd you see so far in that first half?
Yeah, some costly mistakes by Calaveras. They had that offsides that gave LeGrand the first down, and they allowed them to keep their drive alive. You had some other, the holding penalties and the face mask penalties have really hurt Calaveras, specifically the last holding penalty where they had the touchdown. And one can argue you got the touchdown because there was holding, but that penalty was devastating. And then the debacle at the end of the quarter of the half. Calaveras has done really good so far stopping the run, even the quarterback from his running and scrambling for the most part. But they can't keep allowing LeGrand to get in the red zone. Odds are the more times they get in the red zone, the more opportunity they're going to have. So at some point, they're going to score points. So you have to absolutely shore that up and stop the receivers wide open.
Right. Yeah, they've been wide open quite a few times. Some first half stats here, courtesy of Guy Dossie from the Calaveras Enterprise and the CalaverasEnterprise.com. Enrique Hernandez had 90 rushing yards in that first half. Cody Paulson, just 11 yards. Ryan Clifton, 38 yards. Colton Ray, 15 yards for a total of 154 total rushing yards. Cohen Curran, the quarterback, had 28 passing yards. LeGrand, as a team, had 85 passing yards in that first half. And if I were them, I'd go right back to it again.
I wouldn't stop.
Yeah, I'd go right back to it again because that's been their most successful way of moving the football, is leaving it in the hands of number 5, Diego Martinez, their quarterback. Another scoring update around the division. Somerville had the lead late in the second quarter, 27-0 over Rio Vista. And not sure the update over at Amador and Ripon Christian yet, but it was 14-14 the last time we checked. Amador hanging in there with the Ripon Christian Knights there down in Ripon. So Calaveras and LeGrand here at Frank Meyer Field, they both have taken the field. LeGrand started the game with the football, so now this time to start the second half, Calaveras will receive the ball. LeGrand will be kicking from our left to right. Back deep to receive for Calaveras, it looks like number 10, Quincy Dyson, and I believe that should be number 22, Ryan Clifton, as well, back deep to receive. And if you're Calaveras, you want to get this ball down in the end zone with a quickness here to start this second half, right?
Those are the two guys that can do it. They're very dangerous returners, very skilled runners.
So there's the kick. That's a short little kick, bounces about the 30 and then goes out of bounds.
I think it hit the stands.
So Calaveras will take over. I'm sure they'll spot the ball, I believe, right about the 35-yard line. And that's where Calaveras will start off 1st and 10. Cody Paulson still going out there with the offense. Yeah, they'll spot at 35. I'm a little surprised to see him still back out there because he's still hobbling.
Yeah, there's noticeable issues with his mobility. And with Colton Ray being a really good replacement, there's got to be some strategy to that because, I mean, you want to win this game, but you also want to look long-term for next week and, obviously the health of the athlete. So, it's interesting how they're leaving him out there.
So I got another update from the KVGC studios at halftime. It's 21-13, Ripon Christian. Here at Frank Meyer Field, Cohen Kern, the quarterback, goes under center, puts a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. That looks like that's Paulson right up the middle. Breaks a tackle, gets into the open field, past midfield.
Sorry.
If there was any question about his mobility, he let it be known there that he's going to be just fine. He barrels up the field, right up the middle for about 12 yards.
What do we know? I apologize, Paulson. You got good mobility right now. Pounded it. I mean, absolutely destroyed people all the way up for a huge gain.
They'll spot it at the LeGrand 47-yard line. He must have heard us and said, I'll show you guys. 1st and 10, Calaveras moving from our right to left. Curran under center, puts a man in motion. That's Ryan Clifton. He's going to cut it right back up the middle again. And Ryan will pick up about 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, couple little shifty moves in there to a little scat back right up the middle there, and got some really good yards on that. Great vision.
They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 43-yard line. 2nd and 6. Curran lines up under center. Single back Paulson behind him. Puts Enrique in motion, takes a snap, fakes to Enrique, gives to Paulson, who gets hit almost right away, but still picks up positive yards, a couple more yards. It'll be about 3rd and 3 coming up.
You had 50 Lyles and 55 Nathan Kavanaugh had their guys 6-7 yards downfield on a strong block.
Paulson limps off the field again. You got to love the grit and just the heart that young man is showing. He wants so bad to help his football team.
Clearly in pain and clearly getting it done. Just leaving it all out there for him. Great teammate.
Curran under center again. Puts a man in motion. That's Clifton. He's going to hand off to Clifton, who's going to try the left side. Makes a man miss, but he can't make the second guy miss. And he's going to be a little slow getting up. But he looks like he's going to be okay. They'll spot it about the 41-yard line. And it's going to be short. It's going to be about 4th and 4. Nice defensive play by LeGrand.
Yeah, LeGrand, after that touchdown by Clifton, they kind of shut down that outside run for the most part. When they see him get the ball, they're flying outside. They're making that adjustment like we talked about. They're going to take one of the running backs, not out, but focus on one of the running backs. It looks like they've done that with Clifton.
So Clifton comes out of the game. Now Curran under center again. Puts Enrique in motion. Takes the snap, hands off. I believe that's number 7. Enrique makes a man miss, spins off another man, gets it down to about the 31-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down, Calaveras.
A washing machine going through there. He spends more time than a ballerina going through there, and guys were flying off him. 77's kind of a little disoriented on the defense, and you need 4 yards. Who do you give it to? Number 7.
The co-MVP of the Motherlode League.
Not tonight. He's the MVP.
So they'll spot the ball to the Grand 31-yard line, 1st and 10, 9:08 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Cohen Curran, the Calaveras quarterback, gets his offense to the line of scrimmage. He goes under center with I-backs behind him. He's going to pitch it off to Enrique Hernandez, who breaks a tackle, breaks a second tackle, heads up the field. He's still on his feet, inside the 20.
MVP nothing. That's the MVH, most valuable Hawk tonight. He is just punishing people.
14-yard gains off the left tackle. 1st and 10, Calaveras. They'll spot it at the 17-yard line of LeGrand. 1st down.
You want to tackle him? Bring a friend and a lunch because it's going to take all day.
He is running hard, that is for sure. 8:37 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Cohen Curran, the Calaveras quarterback, goes under center. Split backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. That's number 5, Colton Ray. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, of Calaveras.
Other than the tackle 7 yards into the end zone, relatively untouched. Great burst of speed, and that offensive line is hungry. They are pushing right off the ball, and they're eating it up. Good job, Calaveras.
17 yards out. Number 5, Colton Ray, broke the initial tackle, cut out to the outside to his left side, and took it all the way to the house. The Calaveras line, offensive line, and running back showed on that drive that they were hungry to score.
Colton Ray gun right up the middle, man. That's a demoralizing touchdown where you're that far out and get that many yards.
Calaveras lining up to go for 2. Curran under center. Puts Enrique in motion. Hands off on the counter trap. That's Colton Ray. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good.
Number 5 gets you 6. Number 5 gets you 2 more.
So with 8:22 remaining in the third quarter, Calaveras takes the opening drive, and the second half comes down and scores. The score, Calaveras 14, LeGrand 0. We'll be right back.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you from Calaveras High School. Calaveras has just kicked off to LeGrand. LeGrand will get it up to about the 30-yard line where they're going to start out their first offensive drive in the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 30 with 8:16 remaining in the third quarter, and they're down now 14-0. And I would imagine we're going to see another dose of number 5, Diego Martinez, trying to throw that ball down the field.
Yeah, they're going to get a dose till they get an antidote because he's not really stoppable with such a shorter field. Usually they're starting much longer, so if they get the same sustained drive, they can get in there.
So Martinez, the quarterback, he'll go double slot formation to each side. He'll line up in shotgun with that freshman big running back Benteen off to his right. He's looking to throw the ball. He's got some time. Now he runs out of time. Now he's going to throw it deep down the right-hand side, and it's going to go incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not saying there was holding, but a lot of the crowd said there was holding on one of the offensive linemen or by one of the offensive linemen. But good defensive play by Calaveras. They covered the receivers very well, and they were there to bat the ball away. Not even at the last second. They were there to make that play. Not a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He was able to stand in there and, kind of take his time and, readjust his helmet and get what he needed to get done as he's throwing the ball. So
pass was intended for number 11, Manuel Campos. It was overthrown. So 2nd and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Martinez again in shotgun, double slot receivers. Takes a snap, throws. Had number 11 Campos wide open. It bounces right off his chest, incomplete.
Yeah, that again, I can't tell you how many drop passes or missed opportunities LeGrand has had tonight, but that's at least half a dozen.
Yeah, so the incomplete will bring up 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from their own 30-yard line. 8:02 remaining in the third quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 14-0. LeGrand in their all-white uniforms moving from our left to right. They're trying to make something happen here after that long 2+ hour drive all the way from LeGrand up to San Andreas. Martinez, the quarterback, in shotgun again. He'll go double slot receivers to each side once again. The hard count gets some movement up on the line. Let's see what the official call is. Did he get Calaveras to jump?
They did. They got back, but they're far enough across the line where it could have caused a problem. They couldn't get back in time, so they 5 yards. Second one this game. Not as damaging as the first one, but still not something you want to see.
So offsides on Calaveras. That'll move the ball up to the 35-yard line, and it'll give LeGrand a 3rd and 5 with 8:02 remaining here in the third. A third and much more manageable than that 3rd and 10. Diego Martinez, number 5, the quarterback, lines up in shotgun. This time he's going to go trips receivers off to his left side, single receiver off to his right. There's the snap. There's some pressure there. Colton Ray, the middle linebacker, came in untouched and made Diego throw the ball way sooner than he wanted to, and it's going to fall incomplete. 4th and 5 coming up.
Yeah, he showed blitz right at the start of the play, tried to time it a little bit, and luckily he stopped soon enough. And they knew he was coming, but he still got through that line. And number 11 couldn't. Number 11 from LeGrand just couldn't bring it in. Manuel Campos.
Nice defensive play call by the defensive coordinator Doug Clark on that 3rd and 5 play to bring that linebacker, put pressure, and make Diego throw that ball much sooner than he wanted to. They'll line up in a punt formation. There's the snap. There's the kick. The deep kick right up the middle. Ryan Clifton's going to catch it right on the fly. He makes the first man miss, cuts off to his left, across midfield, and then finally going to get brought down inside the 45-yard line. He was about 1 man away from maybe taking that back to the house.
He dumped about 10 pounds of cement on that number 20 shoes. Just shook him right out of it. He watched him go by like, I can't believe that just happened. If you watch the tape later on, he absolutely stopped and was stymied by what he saw.
They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Calaveras. They're moving from our right to left. They have the lead 14-0 with 7:46 remaining in the third quarter. Buddy Cavanaugh, the Motherlode League Offensive Lineman of the Year at center. Kern takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to 5, Colton Ray, who cuts off to the right side, cuts back up the middle, and he'll pick up a nice little gain of about 7 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 3 coming up.
I couldn't see who it was, but one of the Hernandez. Hernandez took a dude 7-10 yards downfield and got himself a pancake. They are absolutely imposing their will at the point of attack right now, and Calaveras is firing on all cylinders.
Nice to see 22 Ryan Clifton back to running around with no limp there, no noticeable limp. 2nd and short. Cohen Kern, the quarterback, under center. Split backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. He's going to hand off to Enrique, who breaks the tackle, heads up the field. He's got no one to move. Still on his feet and is finally brought down with a shoestring tackle right about the 15-yard line.
Fernando Garcia stopped him for a touchdown. He was gone to the races. I believe it was Devin Ellis came in motion and put an absolute pop on that lineman to get that lane, and Enrique just exposed it and utilized it and got some nice yards.
They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Calaveras. Curran goes under center, split backs behind him, puts a man in motion. That's Ellis. He's going to hand it off to Ellis off that left-hand side. Makes a man miss, gets to the 10, the 5, dives in the end zone.
Oh, brother.
And I believe they're going to mark him out of bounds right about the 2-yard line. They're saying he stepped out of bounds, but it is enough for a Calaveras 1st down. So it'll be 1st and goal Calaveras from the LeGrand 2-yard line on the nice little sweep by Devin Ellis.
No matter who you put in for Calaveras, they will block as a running back and they will run the ball like you wouldn't believe. What a great option to have. You give Clifton a little bit of rest, put Ellis in, stop one, can't stop them all.
So 1st and goal at the LeGrand 2-yard line. Curran gets the offense to the line of scrimmage. He'll go under center with split backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. Takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Enrique off left tackle, who just bowls right into the end zone. Touchdown, Calaveras.
2 defenders had him about the 2-yard line. 2 defenders ended up on the ground. Enrique in the touchdown. Calaveras is really getting some momentum going right now, and they are really posing their will. You can see the crowd's getting excited by it. The guys are jumping around on the sideline, slapping each other upside the head in a good way. Now looks like they're gonna try and kick it again. Why not? You're up a little bit. Give the kicker some time to get some practice in.
Number 1, Caden Gray preparing the kick after.
Hopefully one gets you one.
There's the snap. It's a tough snap. Quincy has to pick it up, the holder, and he's going to get stopped. So the bad snap ends up being no point attempt. So extra point is no good. And so with 6:16 remaining in the third quarter, the score, Calaveras 20, LeGrand 0. We'll be right back.
Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you from Calaveras High School in San Andreas, where Calaveras has scored again. Extra point no good. They have the lead 20-0. Caden Gray getting ready to kick off from our right to left. He'll kick it deep down to about the 10-yard line. It's going to get caught there by number 4, who takes off to his right-hand side and is going to get it past just the 20-yard line, maybe the 21, and then is finally brought down. And then that's where LeGrand is going to start off 1st and 10.
Yeah, number 40, Drake Johnson down there made the runner make a decision and chose poorly right into a flock of Hawks, and everybody got in on that one.
So we'll see what happens here on this offensive drive. LeGrand desperately needs to do something because so far in this third quarter, all the momentum is shifted over to the Calaveras side. And unless LeGrand does something and Calaveras gets the ball back and does something again, Calaveras can all of a sudden just run away with this one, Greg.
Yeah, this is an important drive for LeGrand. Down by so much, they have to get some points on the board.
Martinez in shotgun, takes the snap. He's got trips receivers. He's going to hand it off to his freshman running back right up the middle, and not much there, maybe a yard. 2nd and about 9 coming up.
Yeah, Wyatt Harris there on the stop. Again, living in the backfield, making a career out of it. And interesting, I know you have to run the ball, but you've done so well passing it, except for the last series. Calaveras made some really good halftime adjustments to their defensive scheme. But interesting concept.
Yeah, we'll spot the ball at the 22-yard line, gain of 1, 2nd and 9, 5:35, and the clock moving here in the third quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 20-0. Quarterback in shotgun. He's got trips receiver to the boundary short side of the field, single receiver up top to the wide side. He's looking to the wide up the middle. He's throwing deep, and it's going to fall incomplete. He had his man, number 21, Blake Lua, but he just couldn't make the connection. Incomplete. 3rd and 9 coming up.
It almost looked like he lost it in the sky or in the lights because it landed maybe 3 or 4 feet in front of him, and he did not really adjust that much from his initial trajectory. If he would have moved over, he had plenty of time to make that adjustment, and that would have been a nice dump in on the run. So Calaveras was there to protect, but if that pass was just a little bit over or a little bit more adjustment, that'd have been a nice play.
So far, it looks like Diego likes to, when he lines up in that trips, he likes to go back to that single receiver side when he tries to get the ball down deep.
Right.
He'll go double shotgun this time. He's in double slot. He's in shotgun, and the coach looks like he wants a timeout.
Timeout LeGrand, 1st of the
And it is. So timeout LeGrand. So we'll be right back. 5:12 in the third quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 20-0. We'll be right back.
MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you from Frank Meyer Field here in San Andreas. where the Calaveras RedHawk varsity football team has turned it on in the third quarter. After only having a 6-0 lead at the half, they were not happy. Came out in the second half with a much more resounding effort, if you will, on that front offensive line. And now it's 3rd and 9. LeGrand, quarterback's in shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Throws deep down the middle off to the left side. That's complete to number 4. He's going to have a first down and more, and finally gets pushed out about the 45-yard line. That was number 4, Andres Aguilar, and it's going to be a first down, LeGrand.
Yeah, LeGrand's offensive line did a really good job. They sent some pressure from multiple directions, and they were able to pick it up, give him a really nice pocket to work out of, not really worried about getting anybody close to him, and was able to give a nice pass downfield to that number 4 coming out.
They'll spot it at the LeGrand 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Number 5, Diego Martinez, having himself a passing game, that's for sure. He's got trips receivers to his right, single receiver to his left. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off to his freshman running back right up the middle, and he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Got to work sometime. Yeah, Calaveras' front line doing a real good job of staying disciplined and realizing that they're going to run the ball on first down pretty much every first down.
Yeah, I would think that, maybe they're trying to set up a little play action later off that same action or something.
Get them right where they want them.
Because the dive up the middle hasn't been working.
On first down.
So 2nd and 10. Ball at the LeGrand 48-yard line.
Last minute sub by Calaveras. Enrique came out and looks like Ellis came in.
Martinez line up in shotgun, slot receivers to each side. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to roll off to his right-hand side. He throws it, and it's going to be complete to 21, but he was well out of bounds when he caught the football. So incomplete, 3rd and 10.
Again, really good coverage for LeGrand. He kind of rolled out when he didn't have to. I'm not sure if that was a design or not, but they're doing a really good job with keeping Calaveras out of the backfield, at least during pass plays.
So 4:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 20-0. The ball is spotted at the LeGrand 47-yard line. It's 3rd and 10. Number 5, Diego Martinez, has got slot receivers each side, left and right side. He's in shotgun, running back off to his right. He's going to take the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got some pressure. Cuts back up the middle, avoids the pressure. Throws down the field, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Wyatt was in there, and he made it through the line cleanly, and then clearly got blocked in the back out of the pitcher. That quarterback can scramble. And number 5 Martinez, he's got a knack for scrambling and like that presence to just move up in the pocket a little bit. Very disciplined not to run at that moment. He wouldn't have got the first down, and it was smarter to pass the ball. So he's got some really good decision-making ability and a great arm. He's doing really good tonight.
He tried connecting with number 21, Blake Lua, his receiver, but just a little bit too deep, and it falls incomplete out of bounds. So we've got 4th and 10 now from their own 47. The offense remains out on the field. Martinez has got trips to his right side, single receiver to his left. He's in shotgun. Here's a 4th down play. He takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He's got pressure. He slips. He falls. He's going to get sacked. He's sacked in the backfield. Number 7, Enrique Hernandez, who wasn't in on the last defensive series. He got put in, and now you know why.
Yeah, no, Hernandez right there, and if he wasn't going to get it, Arias was going to get it. And then number 71 for LeGrand comes limping off the field. Hopefully he's okay.
There is a flag on the play. Let's see what the official call is.
Possibly holding, but it's hard to tell from this vantage point.
Pat Morelli, the white hat, talking with his line judge and the umpire. It was 4th down. So if this is on LeGrand, Calaveras, I'm sure, will decline it, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
He's walking all the way over to the other side, so that's interesting. The suspension is killing me.
Here comes the call.
Any second now.
After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 60, at 59 penalty set from the end of run. First down, Calaveras.
Okay, so after it was all said and done, the penalty was an unsportsmanlike penalty on Calaveras, but well after the sack, well after the play was over. So the fourth down conversion is no good. It's a turnover on downs. Calaveras gets the ball, but then they're going to mark off 15 yards for the unsportsmanlike, and so Calaveras will start off on their own 46-yard line, 1st and 10.
You can't afford those penalties. Again, that could have been a game changer, giving them a first down. Somebody needs some extra conditioning for a reminder.
So 1st and 10, Calaveras. Their offense is back out on the field from their own 46-yard line. 3:48 remaining in the third quarter. Cohen Curran, the quarterback, under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Clifton. He's going to hand off to Clifton, who runs off to his left side. Makes a man miss. Nice block by Colton Ray. He'll get it over to the LeGrand side of the field, about the 49-yard line. It's a gain of about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, that is a dangerous play with Clifton changing direction quick as a hiccup. That kid can just on a dime move in all directions. Very dangerous runner. Good vision to find the lane and get some nice yards on first down.
Second down.
I think that's what LeGrand's trying to do.
2nd and 5 from the LeGrand 49-yard line. 3:10 and moving the clock in the third quarter. Curran takes the snap. He's going to hand it off right up the middle to Colton Ray, who picks up maybe 2 yards on the play. 3rd and about 3 coming up.
Yeah, he was hooranged right there at the line of scrimmage, and he's a little bit slow getting up. That could be dangerous right now, but looks like there was a missed block assignment, and they're going to have to pull him out.
Yeah, they've already got Paulson out. Well, here, Colton Ray goes limping off, and then Paulson comes limping back on. So they've got one injured guy replacing the other injured guy.
Between two backs, they got 2 good ankles. Looks like he's moving around pretty good, but the refs pulled him out just out of abundance of precaution. Talking to the medical staff on the sideline right now, and seems to be, from all my medical experience, from 50 yards away, okay.
So 3rd down, 3rd and 3 from the LeGrand 47-yard line. 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. The quarterback, Cohen Curran, under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Clifton. He's going to hand it off to Clifton, who cuts up the middle. He's got plenty for a first down. Gets it near the 40-yard line. Plenty for a Calaveras first down.
Number 2 pancake, Corey Castle. They're getting a tall stack tonight. Just destroyed the LeGrand defender.
They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Calaveras. They hand it to Ryan Clifton on the sweep. He saw a hole, cut it right back up the middle. Plenty for a Calaveras first down. Cohen Curran's got the offense back on the line of scrimmage, takes the snap, and he's going to hand off on the counter trade. That's Clifton. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and finally gets a shoestring tackle inside the 10-yard line. Without that play, he's in the end zone. Huge run by number 22, Ryan Clifton.
Yeah, number 22, Omar, hung on to that shoestring for a good 10 yards, I'd call it. And, Clifton trying to do his best to stiff arm him off it, and the rest of the LeGrand was coming after him, but great cut up the middle. And, you can pound it up the middle, and you could pretend sweep up the middle or fake sweep up the middle and go, or out the outside and go up the middle. And Calaveras is just firing on all cylinders right now on that line and the running backs.
They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 8-yard line. It's 1st and goal. 1:20 and counting here in the third quarter. Curran under center. Puts Enrique in motion. Takes a snap. Fakes to Enrique. He's going to keep it himself. Curran around the left edge into the end zone. Touchdown, Calaveras. Number 6, Cohen Curran. Faked the sweep to Enrique. Kept it himself on the bootleg and gets it to the end zone.
2 guys with hurt ankles, let Cohen run it. A lot of weapons for Calaveras. We talked a lot about the starting 3, but the next man up and the everybody else pitching in, Calaveras is really putting everybody on notice that they have some offensive talent, and they're going to run the ball, and you're going to have to stop them.
Very good fake. Cohen Curran, he opened up. It looked like he was going to hand off to 7, Enrique Hernandez. faked it to him, kept it himself, and bootlegged it to the left side and gets it into the end zone. Here comes Caden Gray for the kick after. And got some movement on the line here. Penalty flags all over the place.
Looks like it was LeGrand coming across. I don't know why they would. Let him kick it. Let him snap it.
And they're going to move the ball up because it is going to be offsides on LeGrand.
Now they're going for 2.
And so now Coach Mosa says, hey, offense, get back out there.
He sent half his side of beef out there with Hernandez and Polson. Patrick's going in there, so he's got the jumbo package out there.
So the ball's about the 1.5-yard line.
Enrique comes back out. Looks like number 10's going in for Calaveras, Quincy Dyson.
1:08 remaining in the third quarter.
LeGrand waiting patiently.
Here comes Cohen Kern. He's got the Calaveras offense to the line of scrimmage. He's got Cody Paulson in the backfield, along with one other back. Puts a man in motion, takes a snap. He's going to hand off, and
oh, wow.
Not sure who that was, but he's going to get stopped short of the line of game. I believe that was number 13, Owen Sheehan.
42 came through untouched and just smashed Sheehan about as fast as he can get the ball, and he stayed on his feet and kept going, and 42 kind of watched his buddies take over from there, but another missed opportunity to put some points on the board for Calaveras.
So the extra point's no good. 1:08 left here in the third quarter. Calaveras has the lead 26-0. We'll be right back.
Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School. Caden Gray with the kick from Calaveras. He's going to kick one down to the 10-yard line. It looks like it bounced around, finally picked up by the Grand receiver. He'll get it past just about the 20-yard line is where they're going to spot it, and it'll be 1st and 10, the Grand. Calaveras has the lead 26-0. They came out here in the third quarter and have absolutely dominated the third quarter of play since they started off with the football in the second half.
Yeah, other than that first score in the first half, they've really picked it up, and they've had a really good job defensively with the passing game so far. LeGrand still not abandoning the run right now, but Calaveras seem to have an answer for the LeGrand pass.
So 1st and 10, LeGrand from their own 20-yard line. The quarterback, number 5, Martinez, and shotgun, double slot receivers to each side. That freshman running back off to his right side. He's looking to throws off to his left on the little screen pass. It's complete to number 4, who breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet, and then he's going to finally get pushed out of bounds just before the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like about the 27, 28-yard line. Nice little pickup on first down of about 8 yards. Second down coming up.
A hard little run by Andreas Aguilar. He had a very good spin move, got him that extra yards. Nice to have a huge run like that or huge pass and positive yardage on first down. Kind of opens up your playbook a little bit, makes it a little easier.
Second and about 3 from their own 28-yard line. Double slot receivers again. Martinez in shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to that running back up front. Makes a man miss. Nice little spin move. And then he'll carry another tackler past the line again. First down, LeGrand.
Yeah, he as he spun, he was chunking up yards, and Calaveras hung on and eventually got tangled up and brought him down. But that was another really hard run by the running back.
They'll spot it at the LeGrand 34-yard line. 1st and 10. Coming down on 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And it looks like head coach Aaron Martinez from LeGrand is just as happy to let the remaining time of this third quarter run out. He'll have a first down to start off the fourth quarter in a game that his team is down 26-0.
That's going to be pretty difficult for them to come back and score a bunch of points in the fourth quarter. It's been done before, but Calaveras needs to stay focused and keep doing the job.
So that's the end of the third quarter with the score, Calaveras 26, LeGrand 0. We'll be right back.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School to start off the fourth quarter of round one of the Joaquin section football playoffs. Martinez, the quarterback, takes the snap. He's back to throw. He has no one to throw it to. He takes off running off to his left side. He's going to get pushed out of bounds just about the 40-yard line. And he picks up maybe 6, maybe 7 yards on the scramble. It'll be second and short coming up.
Yeah, it looks like Austin Locke, that replacement linebacker, number 21 for Calaveras for Polson, got a little lost track of the quarterback. Looks like he was spying on it and took a little inopportune angle once the quarterback broke.
Second and about 4. Diego Martinez, number 5, the LeGrand quarterback in shotgun. He's got slot receivers to each side. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Throws it right around the middle of the field. He's got his man, number 21. It's complete. He's going to get tackled by number 10, Quincy Dyson. But not before LeGrand gets a first down. Once again, Diego Martinez connects with number 21, Blake Lua, on the nice connection there.
Yeah, again, all day long to throw the ball, and eventually, if you give him that long, this quarterback's got the skills to get it out there.
They'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 46-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 LeGrand. They switch sides at the end of the quarter, so LeGrand and their all-whites are now moving from our right to left, and the maroon helmets and jerseys from Calaveras defending the left side of the field. Martinez in shotgun, double slot receivers. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Scrambles off to his right. He's going to get brought down and sacked in the backfield. Number 60, Wyatt Arias at the 45-yard line. He got to number 5, and when he got there in a bad mood.
What do I know? They don't have any pressure. They get pressure. That pocket collapsed very quickly. It looks like Wyatt had a really good leverage underneath and got in there, and quarterback tried to scramble, but it was too late. He got Arias of War all over him.
Another scoring update from the KVGC radio studio. In the third quarter, Denaire has the lead 21-14 over Mariposa. Winner of that game will be here next week at Frank Meyer Field if this score holds up, Greg.
That'll be interesting.
Second and long, ball at the 46-yard line of LeGrand. Martinez once again in shotgun. Double slot receivers, takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Again, rolls out to his left. Throws deep down the field. He's got his man, 21. It's caught, and that's a touchdown, LeGrand.
Yeah, that quarterback, like we talked about earlier, you can't give him that much time to throw, and eventually, with as skilled of players they are, they're going to get a touchdown, and that was a very nice pass downfield. Ball was very well thrown, right in stride. Not much you can do with that with Calaveras. Great job, LeGrand.
54 yards, number 5, Diego Martinez. He was in shotgun, had plenty of time to throw the ball, rolled out to his left to buy himself more time, and then found number 21, Blake Lua, streaking down the middle of the field, connected with him, and Lua did the rest and getting it into the end zone on the 54-yard touchdown pass.
And good job by I'll wait till after this is over.
Number 35, Seja, attempting the kick after a try. Kick is up. and the kick is no good. So with 10:05 remaining in the football game, LeGrand breaks the seal and gets on the board. The score, Calaveras 26, LeGrand 6. We'll be right back.
Freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where LeGrand, here to start off the fourth quarter, has just scored on the long 54-yard pass from Diego Martinez to number 21, Blake Lua, for the touchdown. They're getting ready to kick off to Calaveras, and the score with 10:05 remaining in the fourth quarter, Calaveras 26, LeGrand 6. They tried onside kicking it. Number 7, Enrique Hernandez from Calaveras wisely just jumps on the football and recovers it. So Calaveras will maintain possession of it. They'll start off this drive right about midfield, maybe the 49-yard line of LeGrand. 1st and 10, Calaveras.
Yeah, going back to the touchdown play, the wide receivers for LeGrand know not to give up. Keep running your route. They know that they have faith in their quarterback where he's scrambling. He'll get it to you. Just keep running, and they'll get it down there to you. So good job not quitting on the play for LeGrand. And just because the quarterback's scrambling, sometimes the receivers might just wait for him to run.
Yeah, nice connection there. So 1st and 10, Calaveras moving from our left to right. They're on the LeGrand 49-yard line. Good field position to start off this drive. Curran, the quarterback, under center, puts a man in motion. That's Clifton. He hands off to Clifton, who takes it up the right-hand side and gets it down to about the 39-yard line. Nice little gain of about 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, that play just kept stretching out and stretching out and stretching out, and just was patient with his blockers and followed him, and good things happened.
Well, they brought it back 1 more yard, so 2nd and 2, gain of 8 yards. Still a great first down play, 8-yard sweep play there by number 22, Ryan Clifton. More importantly, it gets the clock moving, 9:29 and moving here in the fourth quarter in a 26-6 ball game. Cohen Curran, the Calaveras quarterback, gets his offense to the line of scrimmage. He's got split backs behind him. He'll line up under center, puts Ellis in motion. Fakes to him, gives it Enrique, who's got room off the left side, still on his feet, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, down to the 20, the 10. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds. It looked like he was going to get it to the end zone. The official was looking closely at that sideline, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line. But it's going to be a 1st and goal coming up for Calaveras.
That was the Energizer Bunny run of runs. He kept bumping and bumped like a pinball machine, just bouncing all the way downfield, turned it on a little bit, and dang, sidelines went out, but good run.
They're coming back. I think we got a penalty here, and it's holding on the offense, so it's all for naught.
Still a good run. It was fun.
Another KVGC radio studio update with 2 minutes left down in Ripon. Ripon Christian 28, Amador 19.
Looks like Amador held on as long as they could.
So the penalty is going to bring the ball back all the way back to the LeGrand 48-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 9. So the big Enrique Hernandez run negated from the holding penalty. 8:59 here in the fourth quarter. Curran, the quarterback, under center, puts a man in motion. There's the snap. He hands it off to that motion man. That's number 13, Owen Shahan, who makes a man miss. Gets all the way down to about the 35-yard line. Nice little sweep play around the right side. He's got it up for a Calaveras 1st down.
Almost identical run to the one that Clifton had, where you just kept following your blocks, and Calaveras getting to that 2nd level and engaging, allowing that running back to get through relatively untouched until the tackle well past the 1st down.
They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Coming down on 8:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Calaveras has the ball and has the lead. Kern's going to line up in shotgun this time. Slot receivers off to his left side. Put Shahan in motion. Hands off to Shahan, number 13, who tries the left-hand side. Gets a nice block by Colton Ray, and then is going to get finally tackled very close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. But nice block by Colton Ray and nice little run there by Owen Shahan.
Yeah, and it's nice that Owen allowed Colton to get out there and get that block. Far too often the running back just wants to go. And, again, letting that developing play happen, let him get out there, get that block. That's where they got those extra yards. And, you know, the selfless play by Calaveras, you do your job and good things will happen.
Normally we're talking about 33 and 7 blocking for each other on those types of plays, but both 33 and 7 are on the sideline, and now we got Colton Ray and Owen Shahan out there running the football for Calaveras. It was a nice gain of 9 yards. It's 2nd and 1. Curran under center, puts a man in motion. He's going to hand it off underneath. I believe that's Colton Ray, who just runs over the inside linebacker.
The helmet came off again.
Actually, that was 13, Owen Shahan again.
I got a shoulder, I'll lower it, and 42 paid the price.
He did. He lowered his shoulder and barreled over that inside linebacker. Good enough for another Calaveras first down.
He had some bad intentions on that run.
They'll spot the ball at the LeGrand 22-yard line, where it's 1st and 10, Calaveras.
Tackle me, I dare you.
Another update from Denair, fourth quarter. Denair 27, Mariposa 21.
All right.
1st and 10, Calaveras. They're moving from our left to right. Ball's at the LeGrand 22-yard line. Curran goes under center, puts a man in motion, hands off underneath. That's Owen Shahan again. And a nice strong run. Gets it down to about the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. Gain of about 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, I can't say enough about how the Calaveras offensive line is getting off the ball and moving that whole line onto Denair's side. You know, they're going to get home. Mama, make me some cookies. I'm hungry. I've been pushing all night.
So 2nd and about 4. Ball spotted at the LeGrand 11-yard line. Coming down on 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Calaveras in control, 26-6. They have the football. Cohen Curran has the offense of the line of scrimmage. He'll go under center with split backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. That's Ellis. He's going to hand off, give to Colton Ray underneath, who lowers the shoulder, gets it down inside the 10-yard line. And I believe he's going to see the spot. Yep, that's enough for another Calaveras first down.
This is the beauty with Calaveras football. When you're up, you need to chunk out the clock and just milk it for all you got. This is the type of offense that can do that.
They'll spot the ball at the 11-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11, so they could get a first down without scoring.
If you put walnuts in chocolate chip cookies, it's healthy.
I'll buy that. Coming down on 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Cohen Curran, the Calaveras quarterback, under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Ellis. Takes a snap. Hands off. And right up the middle, I believe that was Colton Ray, who gets a nice gain right up the gut in that A gap. They'll spot it about the 4-yard line. Gain of 6-7 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Calaveras taking their time.
Yeah, they'll actually spot it at the 5-yard line. And it's 2nd and 4 from the 5. Coming down on 4.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Cohen Curran, the quarterback, under center. Puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to that motion man. And that's number 13, Owen Shahan. And that's a touchdown, Calaveras. Number 13, Owen Shahan, was put in motion. He took the sweep play, cut it up the middle, and barrels into the end zone.
What a great night for these boys to be out there and the next man up in the playoff, first round of the playoffs, and they're getting touchdowns and they're getting playing time. I know part of it was because of injuries, and now they're up by so much. You can get them that playing time and rest Hernandez, and hopefully, pound for pound, Polson's ankle stops betraying him. But here we go for another kick, and let's see what happens. This could be exciting. Who knows?
Caden Gray with the point after. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 4:19 remaining in the fourth quarter, the score, Calaveras 33, LeGrand 6. We'll be right back.
Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where Calaveras has added to their lead. They have the lead 33-6 with 4:19 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and they're getting prepared to kick to LeGrand. Scoring update, fourth quarter over in Somerville. Somerville 41, Rio Vista 6. Ooh. Here's Caden Gray's kick. It's a deep kick right up the middle, and it's going to bounce all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Nice kick by number 1, Caden Gray. They'll spot the ball at the 20 after that touchback, where LeGrand will start off their next offensive drive.
Yeah, certainly not the first half that Calaveras wanted, but certainly the second half that they needed. You know, Calaveras first round playoffs might have had a little jitters, but after the first half, it's been all Calaveras. They've been very commanding. You know, one touchdown by LeGrand, but they've been in control of the second half for sure.
Yeah, we haven't. Calaveras hasn't had a home playoff game since I believe it was 2019.
Oof.
Is the last time they've had a home playoff game. And so, but now you can say in 2025 they did, and looks like they're going to get out of here with the victory. There's number 5, LeGrand's quarterback Martinez in shotgun. He's looking to throw, as he's been doing all night. He's going to try to scramble out of there, and he's going to get brought down in the backfield. He tried scrambling out to his right-hand side, and he was sacked in the backfield.
Stop the clock for something, but that pocket was really well developed. Looks like somebody's hobbling off for LeGrand, maybe number 77 again. That pocket was well developed, and Calaveras was very disciplined to collapse it. I'm not saying they did it on purpose universally, but they stayed in their lanes, and as he tried to roll, instead of Calaveras being out of position as before, they were able to get a nice sack. And
well, that's going to negate the nice defensive play. They had Martinez sacked, but there was a face mask on the play.
Second defensive face mask for Calaveras.
So that's going to give LeGrand an automatic first down. They'll spot the ball at their 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. LeGrand coming down on 3:57 remaining in the football game. Martinez is in shotgun, double slot receivers to each side. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off to that freshman running back right up the middle. And as pretty much most of the night, he gains maybe a yard, if that.
Yeah, that first down run may not be working as well as they hoped for the umpteenth time.
Another KVGC radio studio updates. Jim over at the studio getting lots of info for us. Denaire, 33. Mariposa, 21. 2 minutes left.
Ooh.
Winner of that game will be here at Frank Meyer Field next Friday.
Thanks, Jim.
Second down after the short gain. Picked up a little. They're going to give him about 3 yards. That's probably the best that's done all night in that dive play. So 2nd and 7. Ball's at the LeGrand 37-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in the football game. Number 5, Diego Martinez in shotgun. Trips receivers to his right. He's going to hand off to that young freshman running back, and he gets stopped right away. He's going to lose a yard on the play. 3rd down coming up.
For so much success they've had passing, and you need passing. You don't want to run the ball for the clock, obvious reasons. And, you know, it's an interesting call to, on one, a play that hasn't been very successful all night, and 2, their best plays have come down the field throwing the ball.
I think at this point in the 33-6 ball game with 2 minutes left, they may just say, "Hey, get that bus warmed up."
Yeah, Goonies never say die. You know.
So 3rd and 7 from their own 37-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the football game. Number 5, Diego Martinez, the LeGrand quarterback, who's had himself a heck of a football game.
Absolutely.
He's got trips receivers to his left. He's in shotgun. Single receiver up top of his right side. Gets the snap. He's looking to throw. And now he's got pressure. He's going to roll out to his left. Dumps it off to number 20, the back who leaked out of the backfield. Breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet. And then finally he's going to get brought down by number 5, Colton Ray, who was pursuing from his linebacker spot. But not before LeGrand will get himself a first down. The pass play from Diego Martinez to Thomas Benting, the big freshman running back.
Yeah, a little flat pass right out there, uncovered, got the ball, made some people miss, and got some really nice yardage. And good hustle downfield by Ray.
So 1st and 10 from the Calaveras 33-yard line. Martinez in shotgun. Double slot receivers. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. He's got pressure, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield. Number 88, I believe.
Ratto Frankie.
Frankie Ratto gets the sack of Martinez. It's going to be a big loss of about 10 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Next guy in with a sack in the playoffs. That's got to make you feel good.
So another scoring update. This just in, and it's a final score. Ripon Christian 28, Amador 26.
Ooh.
What a football game that was. Amador without Blankenheim at quarterback almost pulls off the upset. My hat's off to the Amador Buffaloes. What a fantastic season they had this year. Martinez back to pass, throws, and number 21, Locke, the young guy, knocks it down. Great defensive play, incomplete. Diego Martinez tried getting his receiver, and Locke knocked it down.
Yeah, Locke was a key player on that to knock it down and stop the clock, but at 20 seconds, get one more playoff play.
20 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 41-yard line. 3rd and 19 from the Calaveras 41-yard line. 20 seconds remaining. Number 5, Diego Martinez, the quarterback in shotgun. He's got double slots to each side. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Cuts back up the middle, and he's going to get sacked again. He tried to scramble out of his way out of there. Number 7, Enrique Hernandez said, "Not this way, young man." And he sacks the quarterback. It's going to be 4th down. The clock continues to move. 2 seconds. 1. And that's the final score. Here at Frank Meyer Field, you can hear the Calaveras faithful is fired up. After the slow start, the Calaveras RedHawks come out in the second half and absolutely dominate. The final score, 33-6. We're going to step away and hear a word from our sponsors. When we get back, we'll summarize the game for you. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah.
MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier. Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company. Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our Riding Academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins. Treats General Store in San Andreas, California, is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Frank Meyer Field in San Andreas, where the Calaveras RedHawk varsity football team is victorious over LeGrand. They'll move on as the number 1 seed next week to what I believe will be Denair coming in next week. They were winning 33-21 with 2 minutes remaining the last I checked, so you'll never know, but we'll double check on that one here. But the main thing is a Calaveras victory, and it started off pretty slow, Greg. In the first half, first quarter, nobody scored at all. In the second quarter, with 10:41 remaining, number 22, Ryan Clifton, scored from 12 yards out. The extra point was no good, and Calaveras had the lead 6-0. And then that was the score going in at the halftime, only 6-0. We were going, man, it was a half of missed opportunities on both teams.
Right.
But then Calaveras came out in that third quarter, and they were absolutely on fire. And you could tell they were a little perturbed on their play in that first half, because in the third quarter, they really turned it on. With 8:22 in the third quarter, number 5, Colton Ray, had a 17-yard run. The 2-point conversion by Colton Ray was good. That gave the Calaveras RedHawks a 14-0 lead. Later on in the third quarter, with 6:16 remaining, number 7, Enrique Hernandez, from 2 yards out, barreled into the end zone. Extra point was no good. The snap was bad, and so Calaveras had the lead 20-0. Later in the third quarter, with only 1:08 remaining, number 6, Cohen Curran, nice little fake to Enrique Hernandez, kept it himself on the bootleg. He runs it in from 8 yards out for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion try was no good. Calaveras had the lead 26-0. In the fourth quarter, with 10:05 remaining, LeGrand finally gets on the board with number 5, Martinez, with the long, deep throw to number 21, Lua, on a 54-yard pass connection. That touchdown was good. The extra point was no good. They got their on the board 6 points. Calaveras had the lead 26-6. And then later in the fourth quarter, with 4:19 remaining, number 13, Owen Shahan, had a 6-yard run. Extra point was good by Caden Gray, and that's your final score, 33-6. Calaveras will move on to the semifinal game next Friday at home against probably Denair if they hold out there. And the winner of that game goes to the section title game. Greg, your thoughts on the football game tonight?
You know, obviously Calaveras, or not obviously, it's my opinion that Calaveras came out a little bit nervous. First playoff game, had some jitters. Nice that they were number 1 seed to come in on with LeGrand and get those jitters out of the way, get the rust knocked off from whatever you want to call it, the pressure that they are under. Some things that are going to haunt LeGrand, all the drop passes. That really is that's probably gonna sting for a little while. And Calaveras had some penalties. They were costly penalties, but luckily they weren't damaging penalties. You know, they had some touchdowns called back. They had some first downs given, but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a game affecting or really didn't affect the outcome of the game, points or otherwise. And then the extra points, the missed snaps, the missed field goals. The point after, going to have to clean that up a little bit because this is the championships. You're coming up against a stronger team, probably Denair, like you said, and you won't be able to, I don't want to say get away with, but, you know, allow those mistakes to happen. And then the final point I have is the injuries. How much is the injury on Paulson going to take its toll? You have Colton, you know, he's a very strong player. But it's always nice to have 2. 2 is 1, 1 is none. And
absolutely. And you got to. My hats off to Colton Ray, Owen Shahan, a lot of these backup runners that come in, and Calaveras doesn't miss a beat. I mean, as good as Paulson is, as good as Enrique is, those guys are no slouches, man. They come in and they're hard to tackle. They lower their shoulders. They don't go down very easy. They punish their tacklers, and so you're gonna have to work to get me down.
Right.
And so this Calaveras football team, when you have your twos that run that hard and are that good, even when one of your first guys go down, you don't lose a whole lot.
Yeah, taking nothing away from the number twos, but they were, the defense was tenderized a little bit by by Hernandez and the other side of Beef Polson for a while. So that they did have that luxury. But again, very skilled, very good seconds. And if I'm the coaches, I'm also obviously sad for Polson because he got hurt and I'm not sure how bad it is. But I'm also happy that didn't hurt us that much.
Right. So it'll be interesting. The Mariposa County and Denair game, Mariposa was the number 4 seed. Denair was the number 5 seed. So if Denair finishes off with a victory, that's actually the upset, right? The number 5 seed would win there. They'll be here next Friday then to take on Calaveras in the semifinal game. Mm-hmm. We know Somerville was dominating Rio Vista, so they're going to probably move on to next Friday. They're the number 3 seed in that Division 7 bracket. Hadn't got any updates yet on that Stone Ridge Christian and Linden game, and that's the big game that I was really, Coach Mosa himself even said, Linden's a really good football team. He doesn't really look at them as being a number 7 seed.
Right.
And so Stone Ridge, as good as they were in winning that Southern League title, that was going to be a really interesting football game to me. And I'm looking at Max Preps right now, and I'm showing 21-13 Linden.
Wow, that's another upset.
And so
7-2. No, it's a 7 seed over number 2.
And so if that's true, and sometimes with Max Preps you got to really we'll wait and see. But if that holds true, that would set up a Linden versus Somerville matchup again in that semifinal game.
Wow.
And at the very last game of the Motherlode League play on Halloween night, it was Somerville versus Linden, and it ended up being like a 21-20. It was such a close football game.
Right.
And so that's going to create a really big, huge matchup there if that holds true. So what a football game that must have been, and a big, huge upset for Linden to go all the way down to Merced and beat at the number 2 team. The CIF was all over the Southern League. 4 of the 7 teams in the Southern League took 4 of the 8 spots in that Division 7 bracket, and all the remaining teams got bowl games. So the CIF really felt like the Southern League was a strong league. And for Motherlode League number 7 seed to go down there and beat them, that's huge. So lots of stuff happening. Playoff football, you got to love it. Most likely Denair here next Friday at Frank Meyer Field, 7 p.m. on November 21st. The winner going to the section title game, which is scheduled for Friday, November 28th, the day after Thanksgiving at 9 a.m. in Sac City College. So if Calaveras wins next Friday, be careful and manage your turkey intake on Turkey Day, because you're going to have to get up in the morning nice and early and get over to Sac City.
Save it for the afternoon. Yeah, save it for later. Don't carbo load with stovetop stuffing.
So, big, huge football game tonight. It's been a while since Calaveras had a home playoff game, and then now to have a victory here at home in front of the home crowd. The Calaveras faithful should have a lot to be excited about. What a performance in the second half from this Calaveras team.
Right.
It was a first half of missed opportunities. Calaveras, not getting a whole lot done offensively, and then coming out in that third quarter and then just absolutely exploded with the effort from their offensive line and their running backs.
That was the halftime adjustments made all the difference.
Absolutely. So, hey, we want to thank our KVGC radio sponsors, MRM Stone, the Paver Company, Harley Davidson of Sacramento, and Treats General Store here in San Andreas. We'll see you again next Friday. Be sure to tune in. It's going to be a huge football game, semifinal. Calaveras hosting probably Denair. next Friday on the 21st, 7 p.m. kickoff. Be sure to tune in to the new episode of Let's Talk Football with Coach Val. It'll have all of that game broken down with Coach Mosa and all the good details of that. I've been your host, Gil Valtierra, along with Greg Stark. Greg, thank you for being out here.
Absolutely. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. Hey, you got to love playoff football deep into November. If you're a Calaveras faithful, let's keep this thing going. Until next time, we are out.